So welcome back everybody, we now have the ambulance, we are all set to go here, so we're back live in Edinburgh to watch the Wolves take on the Tigers.
And it looks like we're almost ready to go, but there is one official up by the ambulance at this moment in time.
I'm just too excited, aren't I? Are we ready yet?
We're
there yet?
We're so excited just to see that the players on the park and thinking we're ready to go.
Well, they're all ready. Just this final little bit ready to go, and then we'll be off. So stay tuned, and we'll have some action for you in a few seconds.
I mean, we certainly have. We've had this previously, both of us as well, where you've been delayed slightly. From a player's point of view, Alan, as well, it's quite frustrating because you get yourself built up, ready to play the game, and then something like this, the ambulance doesn't turn up, and you're delayed that extra few minutes. And it's been a good 15 minutes here at Meadowbank today. The players just want to get out there and hit someone.
Oh, absolutely. You try and build yourself up to that peak moment when the kickoff comes, and here it comes right now. But it's quite frustrating if you have to wait. So that's picked up around about the 18-yard line, down the right sideline. Nice return so far. So good start. Edinburgh will take over just short of their 40-yard line.
Edinburgh will receive the ball there and run it back all the way to their own 36-yard line. Edinburgh goes first down.
So it's going to be Jamie Morrison, the quarterback, who's going to lead out the Wolves offense to start with.
It's a good initial run back there. We've seen some of those being dropped in previous games for the Wolves, and that'll give the Wolves a bit of confidence that they're moving the ball already. It's the first play of the game, but they've got a good sort of 15-20 yards there.
And of course left to Galloway, who's going to try and follow his blocks around the outside. We have a flag down on the play here, so
Jamie Morrison hands the ball off to Stuart Galloway on the sweep. It's about an 8-yard game, but there is a flag, a holding on the offense.
that's going to be holding on the offense there. Looks by the looks of it. And just wait for the referees here. So.
It was a good run there by Stuart Galloway as well, and I think it was just hard lines there for the offence, just not quite getting those 8 yards. I mean, that's the Wolves' bread and butter play. It's to give it off on that sweep to Stuart Galloway, and it's a good start, but it's just going to be frustrating. It's going to be brought back.
It's a good, good blocking out front by the receivers. We've seen an improvement from before, but it's those sort of penalties that they need to just get rid of right now. Just be a little bit calmer. Keep those hands inside so they don't convert from a block into a hold, because that's taking them back now. Negates that whole play.
So 10-yard penalty on the play there. Brings up first and 12 for the Edinburgh Wolves.
So that's going to bring up first down and about 13 yards. The fake this time, and Morrison's going to keep it straight up the middle. Nice run there. Picks up the first down, so makes up for all of those lost yards.
Jamie Morrison keeps the ball himself and runs it right down the middle. Gains the first
Eventually tackled there by number 18, David McAnally.
Now into the Glasgow Tigers half. Ball on the 41-yard line. Edinburgh Wolves first down.
So now they're inside Glasgow territory for the first time, just past halfway.
That's something the Edinburgh Wolves do really well, Alan, as well, is run the ball wide, and then it sets up that dive down the middle. Luckily, the Wolves have got a good quarterback in Jamie Morrison. He's quite mobile.
Yeah, and as Galloway runs right side again, that same play going around the outside, picking up another 8 yards. So
Stuart Galloway on the carry there, gets about 7 or 8 yards.
Looking like I want to try and stretch the Glasgow defence out to the sidelines here.
And we're going second and 3.
under pressure now, and wrapped up there, going nowhere. Eventually taken down by 51, Luke Summers.
Decides to keep it himself, but he's stopped in the backfield. He's stopped on the line of scrimmage.
So that's going to be up third down and 3, excuse me.
Now, Alan, I don't know if viewers at home can hear the people behind us, but they're picking up that there's a wide receiver for Edinburgh Wolves open on this side that's no one's covering, and surely Andy McIver will be able to see that and maybe pick up on something like that later on.
Absolutely. Well, we stay on the ground here with Galloway again, taking it now to the left side this time, ducks past a couple guys and gets the first down. Group tackle there, but you're right, if he sees it, you need to go for it.
Who gets the first down?
The thing is though, Alan, when you're a coach here, if something's working, you don't change it. And this running game at this moment in time is moving the chains. They've got a good 20 or 30 or 40 yards so far, and they're moving the ball well at that. If you go in the air, you've got that chance of the pick as well. If you're running it well, keep it going.
Yeah, well, this early stages of the game, there's always a chance for coaches to try and figure out what the other team's doing, have some pre-scripted plays first of all, so we'll see what they've got coming out. They've had a good drive so far. Play action now throwing down the left side. Incomplete. 2 receivers open there. That one, it was through the hands of Duncan Tanner. So 2 receivers out there, nice routes there, but just couldn't connect.
Couple of receivers in the area, but none of them are able to catch that. Brings about 2nd down and 10 yards for the Edinburgh Wolves.
And so that's 2nd down and 10 now, but there's good design there. So obviously finding some holes in the D, but they need to keep attacking that. So if they're going to give them the gaps there, they just need to go at it again.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, two receivers open there, and they've certainly exploited something, because both of those receivers were wide open.
Marshall keeping it himself again, up the left side. Good gain there on the ground.
Jamie Morrison once again keeps the ball for himself and moves it downfield. It's very close to being the first down. I think it's
so we're now
a good yard there.
Around about the 20, we'll take it a little bit further, just inside the 20, so they're inside the red zone for the first time today. So Tigers lining up heavy over the middle, motion again, play action. Throws to the end zone. Touchdown Wolves. Duncan Tanner, he snags this one, he gets it the next time.
Edinburgh Wolves touchdown, a pass coverage from Jeremy Morrison, finding number 94 Duncan Tanner in the end zone. Edinburgh Wolves 6-0 ahead.
So that's a nice positive start for the Wolves there, opening up on the ground, but then taking advantage of those gaps in the D and just throwing it over the back of the linebackers in front of the safeties.
They certainly are, yeah. I mean, I think that was the play they tried to run a couple of minutes ago. From looking at that play, there must have been, in the last play, the last passing play, there must have been a guy out of position. There was 2 guys over there. But to bring in someone like Duncan Tanner, he's got a lot of experience, a lot of height as well, and it was just perfectly weighted by Jamie Morrison. A great pass and a great score.
And they're going to go for 2 points here. The snap is bobbled, but he picks it up. He's now he throws it out to the side. Through the hands of number 18, Calum Buchan there, so no good on the conversion. As it stands, it's the Wolves 6, the Tigers 0, so good start for them.
The Wolves go for 2 points there, and it just slips through the hands of number 18, Calum Buchan. Edinburgh Wolves leads 6-0.
So I'll just give a couple of mentions to the guys talking us on Facebook already. Hello to Rudy. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're going to enjoy the show today.
That'll be a huge confidence boost for the Edinburgh Wolves players. They've not played exceptionally well here at home in the last couple of games, and to get a touchdown on the first drive and to move the ball well, I think they've only had maybe 8 or 10 plays on that drive, and it's extremely good to see the Edinburgh Wolves moving the ball so freely and to get in the end zone with such ease as well. But I think Glasgow will be quite annoyed by that, and they'll look to hit straight back.
They will, so they'll get a chance on offence here now. But that's a nice positive start. It's exactly what the coaches will want.
Well, I said it might be a close game, Alan, but it might be a high-scoring close game. That makes it far better.
So kick off here, 3 returners, but it goes right between all of them, out the back of the end zone. So that's going to come out to the 20-yard line, and the Tigers will take over on offence.
Glasgow Tigers will start on the 20-yard line.
So here we go, first down and 10 from the 20-yard line.
As I said earlier as well, Alan, not seen the Tigers yet this season, but they've got a bit further to go than the Wolves did in that opening drive, and they'll be looking to get something straight away.
So takes a snap there, and run goes left. You see a lot of their offense to do a lot of misdirection and counter type plays, so Wolves are going to have to keep their eyes open. The linebackers are going to have to keep their eyes open, because it's the kind of offense that if they can get the defense running the wrong way, it opens up a lot of holes, and you've got lead blockers following in front of you runner, as well. So potentially quite a dangerous offense here. But it's now second down and 10, so that was for no gain, in fact. Now take the snap, and it's a run to the right side, trying to get out the edge. Runs into his own guy right before being brought down for a few yards. That's GK Wuso with a tackle by the looks of it.
Tigers running off the right edge and get a couple of yards. Brings about third down.
So now third down and 8 for the Tigers. He drops back to pass. That's looking for space, throws the ball up. And caught, nice catch there. Number 27, Peter McNaughton there.
The pass to the right hand side, caught by McNaughton. Brings about a first down. Just short of the Wolves half. We'll start on the 40-yard line.
So that's the Tigers' first down for today. Unlike the Wolves, they're looking to open us up and move the ball downfield through the air. Tigers come out with wide receiver each side, hands the ball off left, trying to bounce it outside, beats one tackle. Good for a gain of 6 there.
6-yard gain to the left-hand side.
Jamie McCoy by the looks of it.
Glasgow Tigers into the Edinburgh Wolves half for the first time today. Second down, 4 yards to go.
Second down and 4, as you just heard there. Tigers light up now. Looks like an option man to the left side. He keeps it himself, and he's tackled in the back. That's a sack there. Good coverage there. So that's Ross Young, we believe, by the looks of it. So leading away from middle linebacker there. Nice tackle in the backfield. Pushes Tigers back a bit.
Third down for the Glasgow Tigers. 7 yards to go.
The Wolves defence, Alan, are really doing well in spells. They've let that big pass come earlier on, but they've certainly got some good running movement at this moment in time, the Tigers, and when they do run it, the Wolves are there to stop them.
Oh, it was a fumble here. No, he's picked it back up. I went straight back up and tackled in the backfield. Well, a little bit of confusion there. Looked like he was looking to hand it off, but running back wasn't having any of it, so he decided he had to just take that himself, and that pushes them back a bit further. So that's going to bring out the punt team. So they got away with one there. Good pressure by the Wolves defence.
Looks like the Tigers are bringing the punt team out.
There's certainly some confusion there. It looked like there was a couple of fumbles there in the backfield, and it was picked up by someone on the Tigers
I had to
roster.
check myself there. I saw the ball come loose, and then the next second it was straight back in the quarterback's hands. So
I think
fortunate bounce.
It certainly bobbled, and I think three Wolves players dived on top of it, and it was magic. It wasn't there. It was back in the quarterback's hands, and it's certainly lucky from his point of view. But they don't manage to get the first down.
So here's a punting unit for the Tigers. Going to roll out of bounds just past the 20-yard line. So Wolves take over on offense inside their own red zone. If you're at any other games today, make sure you send us the scores as well. So keep everyone updated of all the scores from around the league. Today you can tweet the scores to @Gridiron_TV, or you can even send them by Facebook if you prefer. So just go to our page, Gridiron TV, click like, and then you can just post on there any score updates. Remember, keep us informed of all these. If you prefer, you can also email us, so not necessarily with score updates, but any general questions, queries, email us at info@GridironTV.co.uk. So we're back now with the Wolves, and quarterback Jamie Morrison takes the snap, keeps it himself, and now following his blocks. Good progress, almost to the 40 there. Around about a 20-yard run, that one. So good positive offense still from the Wolves. This, of course, is the first time that these two teams have faced each other this year, so there'll still be some general unknowns between each other. I'm sure they've both had a chance to look at film, and the coaches will have trying to analyse each team, see what they've seen so far, but this is the first time they've seen each other, so I'm sure we'll see a lot of changes in the coaches' plans for today, adjusting to what they see and making sure they can keep the upper hand.
Looks like the Tigers have called their first time out here. I hear them on the sideline talking about that defence, and it does seem a little weak at the moment. You've got the Wolves are moving the ball so easily on the ground, and it's mainly because of Jamie Morrison as well. When you've got a quarterback that's a threat, I've heard spoken about it before, when you're playing, you have to play 11 against 11, not 11 against 10. When you've got Jamie Morrison who can pass, he can pass really well. We've seen it many a time, but he's got that threat of taking off, and he does it so well. He's just got 21 yards there on the ground from the first play of the drive as well. You've got to watch that. You've got to keep keeping an eye on the quarterback as well, and it makes you play true football on defence.
You do, and you also need to be quite smart at calling the play, so the Wolves staff need to understand that potentially he has. And now he steps back and throws to Tanner. He's wide open, beats the man, and he's in for his second score of the day. Touchdown Wolves. That looked too easy perhaps, but a nice play there by Morrison. Finds the open man, I just had to beat one man, he was away, so that brings up their second score from today.
Glasgow Tigers 0.
Calum, it's great when you can have those options, your receivers working for you to get open like that. It takes a lot of pressure off Morrison, so he's going to run with it. but he doesn't have to. That's great play by the Wolves offence.
Again, it keeps the defence true as well, because they're expecting that run. They're expecting the Wolves to have that running threat, but when you've got such an experienced guy, as we spoke about before, as Duncan Tanner, you've got to watch him as well. And it was a great pass and a great route from Tanner as well. He had a lot of work to do once he got that ball. There was a guy right up against him and only a couple of yards away, but for a guy his age to have that duke there and get to the end zone is fantastic.
Yeah, and they go for 2 points again. Handoff goes inside and no good. Nice tackle there in the backfield, so wrapped up there. But you're right, he's a big tall guy, but he's had some speed there too. So that takes the score now to Wolves 12, Tigers 0. So they extend their lead here in sunny Meadowbank Stadium.
Go on, Liam, 100 yards. Your old man can beat you.
It's certainly the start that the Edinburgh Wolves wanted as well. I mean,
and it's a big change from their previous games as well. A little bit slow to start in a couple of the other fixtures where they ended up losing out. It gave them up that first score, which sort of put them on the back foot. But now they've taken the lead early on, and I think that's going to be a big thing for them. And we have seen before they can take the lead initially and hold on to it. So good signs for Edinburgh, but this is by no means over. Glasgow's certainly got a lot of talented players, so expect to see a comeback fairly soon, I think, from them.
Exactly, it's still very early in this ball game, but the Wolves certainly with the upper hand at this moment in time, and we know the Wolves staff will know that the plays at work. As I say, it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I think that timeout that the Tigers just taking the staff over there, trying to get the energy back into their side, and I think we'll see a very different Tigers in this next drive.
So here comes the kickoff now, and this one's a little bit left now. So that's going to roll out of bounds, which gives the Tigers a little bit of advantage. That's Stephen Hogg, the kicker, just hooked that one slightly.
5 on the field after the ball gone straight out of bounds from the kickoff.
So that's going to give Tigers good field position coming out here for this drive. Both teams looking quite relaxed, really, not fired up, not really shouting and screaming. You see some of the guys getting really into it, but both teams looking quite calm and focused, actually.
It certainly seems like the Tigers' sideline was quite vocal to begin with, but since they've gone those two touchdowns down, the players need to really not to let their heads go down and get straight back into this game. To say it's very early, they can still get those 2 touchdowns right back, and yeah, they just need to get this done as quickly as possible.
So the Glasgow Tigers will take over the ball on the 30-yard line.
So Tigers there taking a little bit longer to call the play in the huddle, just making sure everybody's set right. A little bit of confusion still by the looks of it in a couple of players. So here we go, first down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Snap, this ball's going to go left now, trying to get around the edge. Gain of about 1 possibly from Jamie McCoy.
Gain of a couple of yards there.
So I'll bring you a score update here from the DC President's game. There's a field goal scored there, so it looks like they're going up 3-0 at the moment. Of course, that's against Clyde Valley Blackhawks as well. So make sure you keep sending your scores in via Twitter at Gridiron_TV. So second down and 8 for Glasgow. And that ball goes right this time, cuts past the first man, tackle there, but flag down on the play, so we'll just check and see what happened there.
Gain of about 7 yards there from the Glasgow Tigers, but there is a flag down near the line of scrimmage. I'd like to see what the officials call.
give a quick shout out whilst we're waiting for the teams to get going to Scott Marshall and the guys at the Lancashire Longhorns. So they had a victory there done in Lancashire, so well done to you guys. This looks like a false start there against Glasgow. This is going to back it up further.
5-yard penalty against the Glasgow Tigers. Repeat, second down, and it'll be 2nd and 14.
So we're looking at around about 2nd and 14, 2nd and 13. So slow start for Glasgow. It looks like they're still trying to find their feet here.
Certainly is, yeah. I mean, they've been getting good yardage, but unfortunately that penalty is just going to take them back, and it's a long 2nd down now, but at least they've still got another couple of downs before they have to punt it away, so they will be looking to get something on this.
Right, takes a snap now, throws it deep down the left side and through the hands of the receivers there. Just got past coverage there, but overthrown slightly.
Incomplete pass to the left-hand side by the Tigers. It's about 3rd and 14.
So it goes to 3rd down for the Tigers here.
The Tigers receiver there wasn't far away from that one. Saw them in their warm-ups, and they've been practicing that over-the-shoulder pass, and the majority of the receivers were actually catching that, but when it gets to a game situation it's completely different, as we know. And as I say, it might be that aspect of the sun being in your eyes as well, trying to change your head round to get that ball. If he caught it, it was away for the 1st down and maybe more, but it brings about 3rd down and 14.
So again, they're going to go to the airs under pressure now, trying to roll out. Beats 2 guys now, runs out of bounds, so he's going to lose a couple there. Good pressure from the D-line there and the linebackers. That's number 99, John Young there with the pressure, forcing him out of bounds there.
Forcing the quarterback out of the sideline.
So again, the punting team's going to come on the field here for Tigers.
4th down and 16 yards. Glasgow Tigers send their punt unit out.
Yeah, fantastic pressure there by the D-line, and I mean that. If you'd had the time to throw, you're looking at that 1st down potentially. But now a good field position. If the Wolves can get this one back, and again they've got a chance to get good field position as well.
Indeed, so plenty of times kick there, so he just manages to adjust himself. And it's Peyton return. He's hit immediately. No chance of return. Dave Carney right in his face there.
Huge hit there as the Wolves.
So they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
31-yard line, the Wolves will start up. 1st and 10.
So a couple of quick score updates from around the country. We've got the Colchester Gladiators currently ahead of the Bedfordshire Blue Raiders by a couple of scores. Merseyside facing off against Chester. They're currently leading 26 points to 13. And it's Watford with the 1 score. You've got the 1st score on the board, against Kent. So they're leading 6-0 there. And the Blitz are 2 scores up against the Cardinals, so 13-0 to the Blitz on that game. So again, handoff from Morrison goes to Galloway down the left side. Manages to turn the corner, gets about 10 yards there. It's going to be close to the 1st down marker.
Stuart Galloway on the sweep once again. Very, very close to being a 1st down. Indeed it is. The chains will move. Edinburgh Wolves 1st down. Ball on the 41-yard line.
So now ball on the 41-yard line, and Wolves looking to line up fairly quickly here, get themselves going. Twin receivers set out to the right, 1 to the left, but Morrison not liking what he sees. He calls a timeout there, so the quarterback calls a timeout for Edinburgh.
Edinburgh Wolves call their first time out of the half.
So if you've just joined us, thanks very much for joining us live here on Gridiron TV. The score is currently 12-0 to Edinburgh. They've jumped out to the early lead here at sunny Meadowbank Stadium.
Sunny but cold in the stands.
Exactly.
No, it's been a good start by the Edinburgh Wolves, certainly moving the ball well, and their defence are playing exceptionally well as well, keeping the Glasgow Tigers in their own half mainly, and yeah, I think the Edinburgh Wolves coaching staff will be extremely happy.
Well, they're happy. It's a good start for them. And now we're back here, so it's again Morrison back in the shotgun. They're looking to pass, throws short, left side to Galloway, who spins out, beats two, now still on his feet, breaks the third, down inside the 10. Great play there by Stuart Galloway, takes it to the 10-yard line.
Stuart Galloway on this left-hand side, a big gain all the way down to the 10-yard line. First and goal.
So that's going to bring up first and goal there. Another chance for the Wolves to extend their lead here. Great hustle by Galloway. Catches the ball for maybe a 4 or 5 yard gain, turns it into so much more.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, it was a good initial catch, and then he's got, again, pressure coming straight off from the cornerback. He's managed to beat that, gets past a couple of linebackers, a couple of safeties.
Now here's Morrison, beats one, ducks back inside. Gain of about 5, down to somewhere around the 5 yard line.
Jimmy Morrison once again keeps the ball, gains 5 yards.
So pressure time for the Tigers here to try and hold them out.
Second and goal, ball on the 5 yard line.
Also get a chance to see what the Wolves can do right down close to the goal line. Morrison in at quarterback. Ball goes to Galloway again, round the right side this time. Ducking in and out of blocks. And into the corner for a touchdown. Touchdown Wolves, Stuart Galloway with the score.
Ball handed off to Stuart Galloway, who runs the 5 yard.
Cap that drive off with another 6 points, so still working that ground offense, stretching the Tigers outside. Good blocking outside from the receivers as well to give him these opportunities to get to that second level.
It certainly was. I mean, that play is designed to go up maybe 1 or 2 gaps earlier, but he recognised that there wasn't a gap there, bounced outside, as you say, a lot of good blocks there as well from his teammates, and he runs right into the corner of that end zone. A great touchdown.
Slight delays there, missing a guy there, so somebody who's celebrating a little bit too long there, but he's back on the field now, so here they go. This time it looks like they're going to go for the 1 point attempt. And it's blocked. Bobbling around on the floor. Wolves player dives on it in the end zone. Well, it looked like he was just watching that ball at his feet there. Great block first of all. And that's going to be a good conversion, so they do get a 2 point conversion, I believe. Yeah, great block by the Tigers up front first of all, but good awareness from the Wolves to actually jump on that. The ball was spinning around in the end zone there.
Exactly, I mean the ball's live. As soon as that's blocked, it's still live, and it's good hustle by the Wolves to get back into the end zone.
So just to clarify that is 2 points there. So they went for the kick for 1, but they actually came away with 2. So that now brings the score to 20 points to 0.
The Edinburgh Wolves recover the ball in the end zone, and they'll get the 2 points. It's now 20 points to 0.
It's not something I've seen before, Alan, as well. It's a bit of confusion.
No, it's normally a lot more straightforward than that. They kick it or it gets blocked. It normally gets recovered straight away, but it certainly looks like the luck's going Edinburgh's way. We saw that one bobble around in Edinburgh's favour. So here's the kick-off now. Fielded at the 10-yard line. And wrapped up at about the 23-yard line. So that's where the Tigers will take over. Nice little return.
I don't know
so we have a late flag coming in right at the end there, so let's see what that is. Maybe someone said something just a little bit too much at the end.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've had a sheltered American football life, but I've been involved in football for 14 years. I've never seen that. As I say, I don't know if it's been a sheltered life. It's just there's games that's happened, but certainly never seen that, and nice to be clarified that we've got the 2 points there. Yeah.
So if you're at any games, tell us your stories from the games as well. We do get these rare little occurrences. That's something you don't normally see. Is there something that's happened in your game, perhaps a little unusual play or unusual trick play or something that's come up in the rules that you've never seen before? Let us know. So that penalty there is actually going to go against Glasgow, so it's going to take them back down. Take them down to the 11-yard line, so that's where they're going to take over an offence deep inside their own territory.
Again, the way that the Wolves defence have been playing at this moment in time, this is a great opportunity to stop them there and get good field possession if they punt it away. But certainly Glasgow have been running the ball well, so they'll be looking to change it back up and get some yards here as well.
And now they go to the air. Short drop off, nice pass there. And caught. That's caught there by number 27, Peter McNaughton. So good little completion.
Pass out to the right hand side, gains 1 yard. Second and 9, Glasgow Tigers.
So we're looking at this now, and both coaching staff have had a chance to see the other team, see what they're planning on doing, and make their first set of adjustments. So let's see what Glasgow have spotted in Edinburgh, see if they found any gaps or any weaknesses in the defence. Snap. Goes back to the running back. He cuts back inside through the left side. Jamie McCoy there gains a couple yards.
Run down the centre, bounced out to the sidelines, and gains about 3 yards on that. Third and 6. Ball on the 16-yard line.
We're now onto the 16-yard line, 3rd down, 6 to go.
From what I've seen so far, Alan, the runs to the outside for the Tigers are certainly the ones that are working. Again, they've tried to go down the centre there and it didn't quite work. They need to get those sweeps working again to move that ball.
They do put a little bit more on the receivers to make those blocks on the outside, just give them the edge, try and get, once they get past that edge, they've got the opportunity to just go one-on-one with those cornerbacks and defensive backs, and there's a lot more space there for them. The linebackers for the Wolves seem to be doing a good job so far at blocking and stuffing everything up the middle, so that's something they're going to have to change. Had a little bit of success in the air though, so I'd like to see them air it out more. It's still great weather here, only a little bit of breeze. Both teams have tried it and had a little bit of success so far, so let's hope for a nice exciting match with plenty of big passes down the field.
Again, Alan, it's exactly what I've said just before the drive started. The Wolves defence doing well to stop the offence here, and they've got good field possession.
Punt here is picked up by Peyton at the halfway, straight up through the middle. And down to 30-yard line, nice return there, straight through the middle. So again, really good position for the Wolves offence there as they take over. And once again, putting pressure on the Tigers defence.
Ball spotted on the 32-yard line. And that is the end of the first quarter.
So that is the end of the first quarter here in Edinburgh, and the score is currently 20-0 to Edinburgh, leading their M8 rivals, the Glasgow Tigers. So Calum, thoughts on the first quarter?
That's not exactly what we called in this close game. 20-0's. I think it actually does do the game justice. The Wolves have been moving the ball extremely well. Their defence have been extremely good as well. I think the Tigers just need to settle down, play their own game, and as I say, the wide runs are working well for the Tigers. They're moving the ball. Unfortunately, when they've got good yardage on those kind of runs, penalty flags have brought them back again. But as you say as well, they've been passing the ball well. So if they can run the ball to set up that pass, I think we can see something from the Tigers from now on.
Absolutely, yeah. So in the meantime, it's the Wolves back on offence, looking to get into the end zone again.
Wolves with an empty backfield as well.
And it's a Galloway who goes around the left side, but wrapped up from behind, and the ball comes loose. The Tigers think they've recovered it, but let's see what the referee's saying. Looks like they may have marked him down already, but we'll just check. But a good adjustment there. And yeah, he's been marked down, so great pressure by the Tigers there to adjust to that outside run that's caused a lot of damage so far. Let's see if they can keep that up.
I mean, yeah, it certainly looked like Galloway's knee was down, and the whistle was dead before the ball came loose. It has worked out that way, and it's been lucky for the Edinburgh Wolves. As you say, the luck has been with the Wolves so far.
Play action there. Morrison, but overthrows his intended receiver into good coverage there, so no pass on there. Good coverage by the Tigers.
Incomplete pass to the left-hand side. Brings about third down and 10 yards to go. Ball still on the 50.
So it's going to bring up third down now for the Wolves. Takes the ball. Morrison now scrambling for position, throws left side, incomplete. Good coverage again there. Good pressure on number 11, Dave Payton there. Didn't really let him get off the line there, so disrupting the pass. And that means it's fourth down now for the Wolves. Let's see if they come out with, looks like they're going to try a short punt there. This is always an awkward point of the field where it's close enough that you will have to be very accurate with a punt, or else you can potentially bring in trick plays, fake plays, trying to get that first down as well. But they line up in punt formation just now. And there goes a flag. It looks like too many guys in the huddle there for Edinburgh. Yeah, a little confusion. Too many guys were in on the punt team this afternoon, and that's going to take them back a few yards.
Flag on the Edinburgh Wolves, 12 men in the huddle. Still fourth down.
So let's repeat the down here. Fourth down, 15 for the Wolves.
Gives them a bit more yardage to
high
punt
snap,
into.
Good catch by Morrison there, saves it, but a really short punt there. And that's eventually down, so good recovery there. That was a high snap, but look how it was going to go over his head. That would have been really bad, but still gain of possibly 10 yards, maybe even less, so not his best of punts, but they still have good field position. Tigers are now going to take over.
10 yards further down that way is better than 15 yards right behind them, so it was a big play by Morrison to get that ball back down and punt it away. the Tigers are going to start on their 26-yard line, and it's a long field from there for them.
It is, but if we can do what you said there and just try and use the run and set up the passes, just get a little bit more balance there. We see new quarterback in there, McCusker, who's going to take over. They will start with the run through the middle, not for a game of one possibly. Steve McDonald on the tackle.
Glasgow Tigers with a 1-yard gain, brings about second down, 9 yards to go.
And Josh Paulson on the run. It's going to bring up second down and 9, so a 1-yard gain there for them. Play action inside twice and then up to the air, caught wide open down the right side, going down the sideline, and a great catch there, number 80, Dean Jardine. So that's exactly what they needed. They used the run to set up the play action, and then they had their turn of having a man wide open, and that's going to take them well into Wolves territory down to the 33-yard line.
Glasgow Tigers now into the Edinburgh Wolves half.
Give you another couple of score updates. Watford Cheetahs now leading 12-0 against the Kent Exiles. And at the end of the first quarter, it's the Olympians tying with Renegades 0-0, so no scores on the board just there. So first down 10 for the Tigers again. Ball hands off left side now, trying to catch the edge. And just snagged just in time there. That was Jamie McCoy on the run and Richard Anderson on the tackle.
Richard Anderson there on the tackle in the backfield. Second and 10, Glasgow Tigers.
So now that brings up second down and long this time, so a little bit of a loss. Takes a snap, throws quick to the left side, nice slant. Good catch there, picks up, I know it's 7 or 8 yards in there. Scott McIntosh with a nice grab on a slant route. So the Tigers starting to find some rhythm here.
3rd and 2.
So he knows the change as Matt McCusker comes in. He's a very good throwing arm here, so a good quarterback, and he's going to take them through the air mostly, I think, on this drive and try and get them back, and it's working so far.
He certainly has got a strong arm, and he's known more for his passing than his running style that they had before.
He's looking to pass again. Checks down, looks to throw short underneath, but it's just ahead of Paulson there, so no good.
Pass incomplete on the left-hand side, brings about 4th down and 2 yards to go. Tigers offense stay on the field, so it looks like they're going to go for this one.
And the offense staying on the field, so looks like they're going to go for this on 4th down and short. So
again, it's one of those times that you can gamble. 4th and short, you've got good field position that if the Wolves do take over there, you know that they're camped quite far into their own zone. So
yeah, and we see his formation here: 3 backs in the backfield, 2 right next to McCusker. We'll expect a lot of misdirection here. It's out to the right side, trying to cut around the edge, and just gets to the 1st down. Great effort by McCoy there to fight out a couple of tackles there and get past the marker. So that gives him a fresh set of downs. Just around about the 25-yard line there. Oh well. Excuse me, everybody. It looks like they've not given him the 1st down. Looks like that's actually a turnover on downs, so it looked like he'd gotten past the marker, but obviously the ball was just short of the marker, so they've turned it over. So now the Wolves are back on offense. That's a surprise there, but big one for the Wolves. Puts them back on offense and kills that promising drive that the Tigers had.
A fantastic stop there by the Edinburgh Wolves defence. From up here that he managed to get there. Looked like his feet might have just been going out of bounds, but he got that ball out, and it looked like it was a first down, but referees are in more authority than us, and they've given the first down.
They've got a better view, and the defence makes up for it there. Good sack in the backfield there, giving Morrison no chance to run this time. And so it looks like the Tigers have adjusted in these last couple of drives. They stopped the Wolves last time, and that's a good start to this drive there. So a shaky start for them, but I think they've made the adjustments that they need to just now to try and even things up a bit. So we go second down and long for the Wolves. Takes a snap. And now looking to keep it himself, trying to get out of tackle. Still on his feet, but going nowhere, so that's going well back. Big loss there. And great pressure up front by the Tigers D there. Starting to really turn the screw against this offensive line, finding gaps there. The Wolves' offensive line are going to have to step up here to give Morrison more time, either to run it as he's done before or to pass. So that's now a third down and plenty. The Wolves call a timeout here, so they're not happy with what they've seen. And that's their second timeout of the day. So still 20-0 here in Edinburgh to the Wolves facing the Glasgow Tigers. Remember to send in all your score updates from any games that you're attending from around the country. Just tweet at GridironTV. You can also put it on as a message on our Facebook page. Just go to Facebook, find Gridiron TV, click like if you've not already done so, and then just drop us a message on there. Also, you can visit our website, which is www.GridironTV.co.uk, and of course anyone watching right now will be on the website. You can see at the top of the website there's a tab there called Teams in the UK. So if you're not already involved in a team, but you think you maybe want to be involved in American football somehow, go to that tab, find your local team, click on it, it'll take you through to that team's website, and then you can get in touch with them directly. Whether it's you're looking to play or coach or be a volunteer, some kind of staff. If you're good at stats, you can take stats for teams. If you're good at selling food at the venue or bringing sponsors, there's all different types of roles within an American football club. So I'm sure they'll always be looking to hear from you. Now Morrison takes a snap under pressure, throws quickly out to the left side for a gain of a few. So again, it's not going to be enough for the first down. Going to bring out the punting team there. So Tigers keeping up the pressure on their D line and linebackers there.
And shot on the first down by about 16 yards, so they'll bring out the punt team. Fourth down, 16 yards to go.
Here comes the punt team right now. It's Morrison is the punter as well, the quarterback.
First drive today, Alan, that the Edinburgh Wolves haven't got a first down on their drive, and I think with a 20-0 lead, I think the Wolves are trying to something different. It just didn't work.
Yep. Punt goes down just inside the half, and you're right. Obviously, the Tigers have made the right adjustments here. They've stalled the Wolves' offense here. Got a flag down on the play just back at the line of scrimmage, so we'll just take a look and see what that is. But it's now time for the Wolves coaches to try and counter that with their own adjustments to what they've seen from Glasgow to get back into that momentum that they had at the start of the game.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, they've worked so far. They know what works, but as I say, trying to make some changes, and I don't think they need to at this moment in time. Go with what's been working in the first quarter. 20-point lead. Something must have been working, so they just need to keep going with that.
One of the key things that you need to bear in mind as a coach or someone on the team is that it's a good lead, but it can easily be turned over. So it's not a time to be complacent or just to relax and just ride it out. You should always be looking to get more points on the board there.
Looked like a personal foul on the offence.
Yeah, so that's going to go against the Wolves, so that ball is going to come back by 15 yards. So again, in the end, the net yardage for the punt is going to be very small here, so they're not getting a lot from their special teams so far. They had the field goal a point after blocked early on, and a few short punts, so offense and defense have been contributing. It's now time for the coaching staff to try and look at what they can do to improve that third aspect of the game. Here comes McCusker now with the Tigers offense back on the field. Hands the ball off inside. Spinning inside and out. It looks like Darren Headley there with the carry. That's going to gain of 6 yards.
Run for the Glasgow Tigers down the middle. Gains about 6 or 7 yards. Gains about second down. About 3 yards to go.
So 2nd and 4 for the Tigers here. Good field position now. Plenty of opportunity for them to play action and send this one through the air. But they keep it on the ground with Headley. Big guy now should push the pile forward a little bit. So that's going to be up 3rd down and 2 for the Tigers now, so plenty of options here on what they do. I'd like to think they'd go back to the air here. Had a little bit of success later on finding guys open following the play action. Glasgow takes the snap, hands off, going left side, he breaks the tackle. And group tackle down there. But that looks like it's enough for the first down.
The yard gain there by the Tigers, brings out first down.
So first down for the Tigers on the 25-yard line, so another chance for them to get down here and get on the scoreboard.
It's getting late into this second quarter now, Alan, and I think the Tigers will be looking to get a score before half-time, try and tighten this game back up again.
So there we go, handoff goes inside, nice cut outside, trying to get to the edge there. Tackle there for a gain of a few. Ball did come out, but it looks like it went out of bounds or he was already down, so they're going to keep the ball for it. And that's going to bring it up, well, again, a small gain. So again, we've seen McCoy outside a few times already, trying to get to that edge. I see bounced it immediately there, so he's found the success before, but Wolves starting to close down on it a little bit, so takes away that option and means the Tigers are going to have to try and change their minds about how they're going to get into the end zone here. So they come with the 2 wing backs here. Play action twice, now looking to throw again to the corner, just over the head of the receiver there, so no good there. As McCusker looking for Jardine there.
Just same play as earlier on in the quarter there, and it's a good double fake. The Wolves bite on that one, but luckily for them, it was overthrown. But that play seems to be working well for the Tigers.
Yeah, it's good for them. It gets the linebackers moving, gets the defence shifting the wrong way. So 3rd down and 7 here for Tigers. Some adjustments getting made on the right side of the field there. And McCusker drops the pass, throws over the middle. Complete. Good catch there for 1st down. And that's Jardine again, so reels this one in this time. And that's going to bring up 1st down just outside the 10-yard line.
Pass over the middle, complete. And about 1st down, 10 yards to go, on the 11-yard line.
There you go. Tigers still looking quite composed. They're not rushing anything. They're just using their time to get downfield here. And play action through the middle. McCusker gets sacked. So that's Duncan Tanner and GK Wuso on the sack there. That's going to push them back by a good 5 yards there at least. So not a good start for them there in the red zone offense.
15, ball on the 16-yard line.
Couple of updates here. Colchester leading against Bedfordshire by 26 points to 8.
Another timeout being called there.
And the London Warriors beating the South Wales Warriors 35-0 at the moment. So another timeout called there on the field. We are shortly approaching half time, so crucial time for both coaches to try and not give away anything and hold on to this momentum going into half time. But feel free to send us any messages on what you've thought of this game. So whether or not you've played against either of these teams or followed them in any way, make sure that you send us any messages of who you think is going to win this game or who you think is going to be the most outstanding player of the game. Because of course later on in the 4th quarter, in fact, we'll be announcing our Gridiron TV MVP. So make sure you send in any nominations that you've seen so far and keep doing that throughout the 3rd quarter as well. And then you'll hear who our MVP is in the 4th quarter.
So after the timeout on the field, it's still 2nd down. And
Sorry, the Cotton Tigers in. So 2nd down and 15 for them. McCusker in the shotgun, calls the man in motion. Takes a snap now, dropping back. It's a delayed handoff. And he's hit straight away by John Young there. So that was McCoy on the delay carry on the draw play.
Once again,
that takes him further back now. So that's 3rd down and 19 yards.
3rd down, 19 yards to go.
Update for you here is the Birmingham Bulls that are trailing the Yorkshire Rams 13 points to 0. And Olympians and Renegades, both teams have gotten on the board, but it's the Renegades that got their extra points. They're leading 7 points to 6 there. So 3rd down and long for the Tigers. What can they do here? Oscar dropping back to pass, under pressure, now scrambling through the middle, keeping it himself, and brought down. So that's brought down short. That's 4th down for the Tigers there. Good pressure, good coverage in fact in the backfield there, not allowing him to get that pass off quickly. So a difficult decision for the Tigers. How do they convert here? They'll need to get a score on the board here to bring back some of that momentum before half time. And they're staying on the field, so they'll be looking to go for it. So they'll have one more opportunity on offense here on this drive.
On the 13-yard line.
We're into the final 3 minutes here, Alan, and I think, as I said earlier, the Tigers will be looking for this. This is a huge down here. They need something from this.
And they go into their spread formation and throw to the left corner of the end zone, and caught for a touchdown. Nice pass there. Ronald Gaff with the touchdown. So great play there by McCusker. He just reads the defense well, just drops it in over the top of the defender, or over the cornerback there. And that gets them on the scoreboard now. So great play from the veteran quarterback there to bring his team a little bit closer back to
the left-hand side is caught in the end zone for a touchdown for the Glasgow Tigers. So again, it looks like their offense is staying out to go for the 2-point conversion.
And of course, they're looking to go for the 2 points here.
Score currently Edinburgh Wolves 20, Glasgow Tigers 6.
So they come out here, very tight formation, 3 running backs. And he's dropping to pass, plenty of time. And it's complete there. So 2 points is good, and it's now 20 points to 8. And the Tigers get on the scoreboard after a great drive.
Yeah, great drive there by the Tigers. The Wolves gave them 15 free yards at the very start of that after the punt, but they still had a lot of work to do, and they've got down. They've changed it up, bringing McCusker in as quarterback. A great drive, a good mix of passing and running. Got them into the end zone. It was a great catch at the back of the end zone, bobbled, and it looked like he might have been out the side of the end zone, but real good, and it was a fantastic catch, a great catch under pressure as well.
Good little footwork to keep himself in bounds. He got both feet in, and then another couple of quick taps as well. So just to make sure.
When you've got that pressure, a 4th down play as well, you know you've got to keep in, and it was a fantastic play.
Yeah, this kickoff received at the 10-yard line and wrapped up on the 26-yard line. So that's where the Wolves will take over with coming up to 2 minutes left in this first half.
There goes the turn the ball back to the 26-yard line. Ours is the 28-yard line. We also start with the ball, 1st and 10.
So the Wolves here will be looking to just control this last couple of minutes of the game, not make any errors or turnovers, and just if they can't get a score, then just grind down the clock. So they go into the half with this 20 points to 8 lead. Morrison will take the snap, throws it down the middle. Oh, incomplete, intended for Harrison, and an extra little hit on the end there after the play. So incomplete there for the Wolves. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
Just incomplete, brings about 2nd down and 10 yards to go.
Well, there goes the idea of running down the half. The Wolves want that touchdown back. A big pass downfield and just slipping out the hands of Harrison there, but running down the half, I don't think the Wolves can do that.
No, it's good. It's good to see that they've got the confidence to keep going for it, and it is right to keep going for the scores. You always want to be getting more points on the board. By no means should they just be sort of sitting back and relaxing, but as long as they're making sure that they're not causing any turnovers, because the Tigers have definitely had a lot of momentum recently, so if they get a turnover they could certainly convert that into points the way they're going just now. So the handoff goes to Steve Wilson. who runs into a sea of orange and black and maybe gets 2 yards. And that is the 2-minute warning here. So 2 minutes left to go in the first half in Edinburgh, and it's the Wolves currently leading 20 points to 8 against the Glasgow Tigers.
Also brings up a 2-minute warning.
So another score update for you here, and it's DC Presidents. They're up 3-0 at half-time against Clyde Valley, so they're at home with the one single field goal as the advantage there. So an important third down here for Edinburgh. They need to convert this so they can keep running down the clock. Morrison takes a snap, throws left, and down. He's caught that on his knee, so that's been down straight away for just a gain of yards. And that's the punt team coming out for Edinburgh as well, so they're going to kick this one away and give Glasgow one more chance before the half.
Pass to the left-hand side, complete. Just short, a couple yards short of the first down. Going about 4th down. Glasgow Tigers done the final timeout as well. There's the Wolves punting on the field.
So whilst we've got a moment here, let's just also mention a couple of other bits of news happening in American football in the UK. We have the British Coaches Association convention that's happening in July. We've got the annual BAFCA convention that sees all the coaches from around the country come together, and it's going to be in Yarnfields Park in Staffordshire. So it was the same there last year, and it's going to see a number of really good coaches actually hosting seminars and discussions and so on. So certainly get yourself down there if you can. But in the meantime, that snap is bobbled, and it's still rolling around. No one's going to pick it up. Eventually caught by the Wolves, but that's a huge loss for them there. A low snap at Morrison's feet, and that's gone haywire, and that's going to give the Tigers a very short field with just around about a minute and a half left in this half.
Bad snap is bobbled in the hands of the punter, and the Glasgow Tigers will take over the ball deep into the Edinburgh Wolves half.
Well, it's that kind of excitement that we did say at the start. Is it can be very close between these two teams. Anything can happen, and be nervous for both teams in these last minute or so.
Well, looks like the punt team's gone back on. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here.
So we'll be ready for anything, folks. And that's so that's Edinburgh. We'll still have possession here. Let's just get some clarification from the referees here to see what the call is. It did initially look like a fumbled snap, eventually recovered by Glasgow, but we'll just check and see. It may have been the case that the player had the ball was down already before it came loose again. Well, the end result is the ball is going to be placed at the Wolves' 34-yard line, and it's still 4th down, so it's still the Wolves going to punt this one away. So they got away with that one there, and they're going to have another go at getting the ball away.
4th down, 4 yards to go. Edinburgh Wolves will try and punt it away again.
This time it's a good snap, and Morrison gets the kick away. And that rolls out of bounds at the 38-yard line, excuse me. So Tigers will get the ball now inside their own half instead.
Punt away this time and get it down to the 38-yard line on the Glasgow Tigers, where the Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
Another score update for you from the southwest is Gloucester Centurions are leading 14 points to 3 against Swindon, so they're starting to take control in that game. So here come Tigers, led by McCusker.
Not a lot of time left for the Tigers here, but they need to move the ball quickly to get this downfield. I think they've burned all their timeouts as well, so I would think they would have gone to the air, but they're looking to run it down the middle.
Yep. Although they're now trying to line up quickly here, so they want to keep things going.
The Tigers with a 1 yard gain down the middle, brings it 2nd and 9.
So 2nd and 9 for the Tigers here. Line up quickly. McCusker takes a snap. One to throw deep, still waiting. Throws and incomplete. We have got a flag down in the backfield just before that was thrown, in fact. So plenty of time there. Great protection by the offensive line there to give him probably 5-6 seconds there. So it's the Thunder, Sussex Thunder, leading 7 points to 3 against the Saxons at the moment. Thanks very much for the updates. So we're approaching halftime here in Edinburgh. We'll also be approaching halftime in games across the country. So lots of scores. We'll also bring you a lot of score updates at the beginning of the second half here, so we can keep you informed of whatever teams you're following around the country. But you can also do the same for us. You can tweet us at GridironTV, as a number of you have been doing, so thank you very much. And you can also do what others are doing and send this message via Facebook. So just go find us on Facebook, send it on there, and then you can also check back there for any updates. So anytime we release any new episodes, new videos, interviews, live broadcasts, you can find them on Facebook too. So that penalty went against Glasgow. It's 2nd down and long there. And McCusker, again, plenty of time in the pocket, throws downfield, down there, big hit on the receiver, number 80, Dean Jardine there, just out of reach of him, and then punished at the end. So lots of time for McCusker to throw, good protection up front, but no good result for Tigers there, and that's 3rd down and long still, so they're still struggling to get this ball moving, and time's running out for them.
Incomplete pass down the centre there. Brings about 3rd down after a massive hit by the Wolves defence.
So here we go again. Tigers come out 3rd down and long. No doubt looking to get another deep pass here. McCusker drops, so he actually throws short this time underneath. Caught for a gain of about 11 there. And that brings up 4th down and 9. The Tigers are going to go for it again, so 4th down and 9 on their 35-yard line. Less than a minute to go in the half here, so a key play here for the Tigers. McCusker takes a snap, slides left, throwing deep to McCoy, and through his hands, incomplete. Coverage there from Mike Roger there, so that's going to be a turnover on downs. So the Wolves survive another stand, make another stand. And well, that will actually do it here. So it's half-time here in Edinburgh, and Edinburgh leaving 20 points to 8 against Glasgow. So thanks very much for watching for this first half. We did say it would be quite unexpected. A lot of exciting plays there, and like we say on Facebook, bobbling is probably our key word of the half there. A few fumbles, a few crazy plays, but what we're going to do, we'll go offline in a minute, so we'll get a chance for you to all sort of catch up and catch your breath from this one. But Calum, what did you make of that first half?
Well, it was certainly an explosive start to the half by the Wolves, moving the ball well, both in the air. The first 2 touchdowns by Duncan Tanner on the same play. He's got such mobility for, I don't want to say for being an old man, but for being slightly more of age than other players on the team. But a good couple of grabs to take the score up to 12-0. But the Wolves certainly running the ball well, passing the ball well, the Tigers were looked like they're really stunned, but they've got back into the half well, and I don't think they wanted that half time to come. I think they wanted to keep playing.
Well, the Tigers just missing out there, so don't go away. We'll be back shortly in around about 10 minutes or so with live coverage from the second half here in Edinburgh. Well, welcome back to the second half here in Meadowbank Stadium. We can see the Wolves just about to kick off here, so they'll start the second half. The score from the first half was Wolves 20, Tigers 8, so they ran out to a really comfortable start, didn't they, Calum?
They certainly did, yeah. I mean, it was most of the damage came in that first quarter. But the Tigers ending the half well. As I said before the half time, they would have wanted to keep playing football at the end of the second quarter there, and they'll hope that momentum carries on now. They've got they should get the ball back here and start on offense, and they'll be looking to get a quick score.
So that ball's picked up right at the goal line. And decent enough return, about to 25-yard line, so that's where the Tigers will take over on offense here for the first time in the second half. So remember, make sure you stay in touch with us throughout the game on social media, so Twitter at GridironTV. Click there to follow us, and then you can tweet us any messages about any score updates from around the country, as well as any questions you've got from this game in particular. So a lot of tweets coming through so far, and that's great. So you can also get us on Facebook. So if you're not a Twitter fan, you can just go on to Facebook, find Gridiron TV, click like if you've not already done so, drop a message on there. And then in the future, you'll be able to go back there and find all our messages and updates and news announcements that are coming up. So just about to get going again. Looks like one of the Tigers players got maybe some blood on him or something not right, so the referee's not happy, so they're going to have to make a quick substitution there. Yeah, they open up with a pass. Good, nice short completion on the left side there. Caught by McNaughton there for a gain of a couple of yards.
Gains 3 yards, brings about second down, 7 yards to go.
So Calum, what do you expect to see from the Tigers? Do you think they'll still keep this one through the air, keep going like they did at the end of the first half?
That's what's been working at the end of the first half there. If they go back into the air, they've moved the ball well. But as I said earlier, they've moved the ball well when they're running wide as well. But it's just going to have to be a mixture between the two, keeping the Wolves defence honest. You can see a run up the middle there, and the Wolves stop it. But they've just got to keep the Wolves offense, the Wolves defence honest there, and making sure that they know what's coming, because when they go in the air, they're moving it well. When they go out wide, they're moving it well as well. And just more of the same for what the end of the half like.
Absolutely, it'll be important for them to keep that momentum going from the end of the first half and remember what they were doing at that point, because they certainly found some holes in the Wolves defence. Whether or not the Wolves defences and the defensive coordinators have managed to make the adjustments to cut that out, we'll see in the next few moments, as McCusker drops to pass again, changes his mind, goes to the other side of the field, and incomplete, out of the hands of the receiver there. So again, one of the things that really stood out from the end of the first half was the amount of protection that McCusker, the quarterback, has got. He's got a lot of time to throw the ball, so if in order to break that momentum up, I think the Wolves defence need to get their linebackers and D-line working harder to get pressure, get through that line to force the quarterbacks to make earlier decisions or to scramble with it, to break up those long passes and stop Glasgow from building this momentum going through the air.
When the Edinburgh Wolves get through that line and get into the backfield and they find McCusker in the backfield, he's not an easy guy to take down. He is quite a big guy. He's not the most mobile, but he's a big guy to get back down, and I think that's the way they should be looking, is to go through the air.
And good punt there, returned for about 6 yards there by Chris Moore. So that's going to see the Wolves offense come back onto the field inside their own half for their first time.
Back to the 34-yard line. Edinburgh Wolves will start there for a 1st and 10.
Good field position again there for the Edinburgh Wolves. This is where they've started a couple of drives that have ended up in the end zone. So Jamie Morrison will be looking to move the ball well again.
Handoff goes inside to Steve Wilson, and Steve Wilson goes backwards. Stuffed right at the line of scrimmage there for no gain at all there.
Steve Wilson stopped in the backfield by the Tigers.
That's number 99, Winston Ogier,
2 yards, brings about 2nd and 12.
with the tackle.
Once again, the Wolves trying to run it down the centre. It's just not working. They're very similar to the Tigers, where if they run outside, they're getting yardage. If they go in the air, they're getting yardage. But both defensive lines doing well to close the inside run.
So 2nd down and long, and Morrison takes a snap. He's now going to throw to the right side. Caught by Tanner, who fights his way towards the 1st down and picks up a gain of around, they're going to mark it around about the 40-yard line, so just short of the 40-yard line, bringing up 3rd down at about 6.
Duncan Tanner, the reception there, gains about 7 yards.
So we'll give you a couple of score updates here. At half-time, the Manchester Titans are leading 32-0 against Staffordshire Surge. And the Exiles leading the Cheetahs 18 points to 12 there, so they take the lead on that one. And now 3rd down, Morrison again throwing to the right side, short, picked up, and he gets the 1st down. Alonso with a catch and gets the 1st down there.
Screen pass out to the right hand side to Alonso. He's caught. Gains about 6 yards and a 1st down. I apologise, it looks like it's went out just short.
Well, it's actually just short again. Like early on in the game, it looked like he went past the marker, but they've marked it down short, so 4th and a few inches here. So the Wolves are going to go for it here.
Again, it looked like where the ball was over the line, but his feet must have been out of bounds beforehand.
So, takes a snap to Smith, and he's stuffed immediately. Big pressure up front, and a flag comes in right at the end there. So great pressure from the Tigers there, stopped them on 4th down, but let's see what this flag is at the end of the play here. It might have been a little bit too much at the end of the play there.
But there is a late flag. We'll wait to see what the officials call.
And it's a foul against the Tigers there, a dead ball foul, so right at the end of the play. Getting too physical with a running back there, and that's going to cost them dearly here. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and it's going to give the Wolves the 1st down after a huge stop on 4th down.
It's a silly mental error. It looked like it was a unnecessary roughness after the whistle had been called. It's unnecessary. It's given the Edinburgh Wolves a first down now into the Tigers' half as well. Oh, sorry, it is a turnover and downs. With it being after the play being called dead, it has been a turnover and downs. But still, it's 15 yards that they're going to have to gain. They could have been deep, extremely deep into the Wolves' half. But not a silly mental error.
Yeah, so good play to start off with, great pressure up front by the defence, but a little bit of discipline lost there. But nonetheless, the Tigers will take over, so they have the ball at their 35-yard line here. So they'll take over on offence again.
First and 10 on the
we'll just see
35-yard line.
how they line up. So McCusker in again at quarterback. And the ball goes left to McCoy again, who cuts it up for a gain. About 5 yards there.
McCoy runs off left-hand side, gains about 5 yards, brings about.
Just say hello to Dan Smith on Twitter asking about the pitch there. So, as with a few pitches, this is actually it's not quite a full-length pitch compared to your sort of NFL leg. It's not 400 yards, so you'll see that where they are just now, around about halfway, you've got a 40-yard line, and then there's a 50 right in the middle. It's actually, each half is 45 yards long, so the 50 there is to mark the halfway, so just to avoid any confusion for you there, Dan. And so now it's second down and 5. McCusker hands off to McCoy, bounces outside again, up to the first down and leans over the first down mark, so that's going to give him a new set of downs.
Once again takes the hand off and gains 6 yards and a first down. First and 10.
So continuing to have success on this outside run or sort of edge running, trying to get around the corner and gaining a few yards. So no reason for them to stop doing that really until the Wolves defence can figure out how to shut it down. So first and 10, McCusker throws left. That's complete to Paulson there for a gain of a few.
Pass out to the left-hand side, gains 5 yards for the Tigers, brings about 2nd and 5.
I'm sure you heard the stadium commentaries right next to us, so we'll get double the information so you can keep you informed. So second down and 4 yards to go here. And that's a timeout called there. Timeout called by Glasgow there. So
Glasgow Tigers take the first timeout of the half.
it's been a much more even start to this half, Calum, compared to the first. So some nice drives by both teams, but no big plays given up really at the moment.
It certainly has been a good start to this second half. Again, penalty trouble really costing both teams. They've got to cut that out. They've got to cut the mental errors out. As I say, 15 yards at the start of this drive off the Tigers, against the Tigers there, sorry, and they would have been 15 yards further up the field, if not more, because the sack was in the backfield, deep into the backfield, and I think they've got to cut those out. They're only 12 points behind, 2 scores behind, and I think they really can get back into this game. The momentum settled with them anyway at this moment in time.
Yeah, we're going to try and keep this going now. So back on the field now, second down. McCusker looking to pass now, has to scramble to his right to get away, throws out. Oh, incomplete, in and out of the hands of the receiver. He was wide open there, so good scramble there, looking for Scott McIntosh, but just took his eye off the ball.
Pass out to the right side is incomplete.
So another score update for you here, and it's the Colchester Gladiators running away with it against Bedfordshire. They're now leading 46-0 in that game, so big score there for them. Also give a mention to Paul Breen, who's watching up in Aberdeen, watching his son Sean Breen, who's actually playing for Edinburgh. So thanks for tuning in, Paul. We hope you're enjoying the show. Hope it's sunny up in Aberdeen as well. So third down here for the Tigers. And throws pass out left is caught. Nice catch behind. No, it's incomplete. Initially saying yes and now no, hitting the ground there. So just behind him and no good.
Pass out to the left hand side is incomplete.
So that's going to bring up fourth down for the Tigers now.
5. Tigers offense still on the field, but there is a flag on this near side.
And a flag down on the Wolves sideline there. And it's going to go against Wolves, so something was said there, and that's going to cost them. So another dead ball foul there, and it's going to cost the Wolves quite heavily. So another final score, actually a first final score coming through here, and it's the Nighthawks winning 47 points to 13 against the Chester Romans. So congratulations to the guys at the Nighthawks here. And end of the third quarter, it's a close one here with Watford and Kent, and it's Watford's the Cheetahs now leading 20 points to 18, so another close game going on there.
Brings about first down on the 23-yard line.
So here we go, after that big penalty, Tigers having to run back up to the line of scrimmage because they're so far ahead. It's now first down and 10 on the 23-yard line, so good field position for the Tigers. Come out with 3 wide receivers.
It's always a nightmare situation for a lineman when you turn around and find that the ball's already been moved.
And that ball's going up in the air and intercepted, underthrown by McCusker, and it's Mike Roger with the interception, dives underneath it. And it's another turnover here for the Wolves.
Number 3 for the Edinburgh Wolves, Mike Roger intercepts the ball on the Wolves.
Oh, great effort there. That ball was quite badly underthrown there. He had position on the defensive back there. The receiver was in a good spot there, but I just couldn't get the power behind it, and that's going to turn over. So Wolves get away with that penalty, and they're going to take over here at their 10-yard, 11-yard line. Around about the 11-yard line, they've marked it. So.
Yeah, I said all game, Alan, that the Edinburgh Wolves have had the luck behind them, and it certainly seems that way. 15-yard penalty against them, and then they get the interception in the next play. Yeah. It's been an extremely lucky day for them.
So Morrison takes a snap, throws right, complete to Alonso for a gain of a few.
Kieran Morrison passes out to the left-hand side to Alonso. A gain of about 3 yards.
So pick up around about 3 yards with that one.
2nd and 7, ball on the 14-yard line.
And now 2nd down, but the flag is going to blow this play dead before it even gets started. So this one looks like it's going to go against the Wolves, I think. Wind picking up here slightly in Edinburgh, so it's currently favouring the Wolves. It's blowing from behind them, but it's going to make it difficult for them in the fourth quarter, certainly.
It certainly is, yeah. It's certainly picked up since the start of the game. It's still a beautiful day, beautiful blue skies, but that wind's starting to pick up, and as you say, it's going to be against them against the Wolves in the fourth quarter. So they really need to gain on this lead at this moment in time.
Penalty against the Edinburgh Wolves there, moves them back 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 12.
So now we're looking at 2nd down and 12 for the Wolves inside their own 10-yard line. And takes a snap, and they're going to sweep it out to the right again with Galloway trying to turn the corner, but it's no gain there, so good pressure up front from the Tigers.
Stuart Galloway forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage, loses about 2 yards. Just the 1 yard loss there, brings about second.
So
third
slight loss there. It's going to pick up 3rd down and long for the Wolves. Wolves come out in their spread formation. Play action now, throwing deep down the right side, just ahead of Galloway. So trying to get that ball downfield. He had position on the defender, but a little bit too much on that for Morrison. So that's going to be up 4th down, and here comes the punting team again. So again, things have evened out here a lot in the second half. So both teams are getting used to each other. Still 20 points to 8 in Edinburgh's favour. So that early start, the early couple of scores from Edinburgh is still proving key. Glasgow yet to really find another breakthrough and get on the scoreboard again. But we've got lots of time in this game, so plenty of opportunity. Both teams really need to keep their focus here. And here we see punting out the end zone. And another short kick, but gets the favourable bounce. Eventually out to the 35-yard line, but that would look like it went straight up again, so nervous times for the Wolves there.
There, Morrison's punt hangs in the wind. Gets all the way down to the 35-yard line. Where the Glasgow Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
So remember, we will be announcing our Gridiron TV MVP in the 4th quarter. So send us in your opinions on who you think should get the MVP, who's really stood out for you for this game from either the Wolves or the Tigers, who's made the biggest impression for you. So here we go, 1st down and 10 for the Tigers, and good field position inside the Wolves half. Glasgow takes the snap. Evades. Now passes up and complete. Caught in traffic there. Nice grab up over the top of the defenders. That's Jardine there with the catch. We do have a flag down there, so bear with us. Let's see what happened.
The right hand side is complete. Enough yardage to get the 1st down, but there is a flag in the backfield. It looks like it's going to be on the Tigers. We'll wait to see the official verdict.
And yet that penalty is going to go against the Tigers there, so that's good pass is taken back.
10 yards.
So they lose 10 yards there on that one. So again, another errors. Errors are starting to creep in here. They had a really good start to the game where there was not a lot happening at all, but and now as they're starting to get tired, they're starting to get possibly a little bit agitated by the scoreline and the lack of scoring. A couple of errors starting to creep in, and the coaches need to clamp down on that straight away.
Exactly. I mean, you can see that one coming. A couple of defensive linemen for the Edinburgh Wolves got through there, and I think it was a last-ditch attempt by the Tigers' offensive line just to stop them from getting to McCusker there. And it was a good pass, but unfortunately, it means nothing after that big penalty there.
So McCusker takes a snap, throws to the right side, caught. Bounces off a tackle, misses another one, and fights his way down to the 30-yard line. That's McCoy again. He's having a good game so far.
Pass out to the right-hand side. Gains about 15 yards. Brings about 2nd and 5
so
for the Glasgow Tigers.
Nice long completion, but it still only brings them back to 2nd down and 5. We're back up to the Wolves' 30-yard line here.
was a good tackle there by Mike Rogers. He initially had the shoulder bars to slow the guy down. He ended up on the ground and got back up and made a good tackle. Otherwise, he was clear into the end zone.
So run up the middle here. Pile still falling forward. We'll get a gain of around about 3 here by the looks of it.
Run up the middle, gains 1 yard and brings about 3rd and 4. So sorry, 3rd and 4.
So that will be 3rd down and 4 for the Tigers now. So still driving slowly but surely. And pass out left is caught high. Nice grab there. Takes him past the 1st down yard line. So that takes him into 23-yard line.
Pass it to the left hand side. Has enough yardage to get past the 1st down. With 1st and 10 on the 22-yard line.
Another update here, and it's the London Warriors currently leading the South Wales Warriors 49-0. So bit of one-sided battle for the Warriors there. So play action from McCusker, rolling to his left to give plenty of time. Now goes to back of the end zone. Caught, touchdown for the Tigers. McCoy again. But there's a flag down. Let's hold on a second, guys. There's a flag here, another one down near the line of scrimmage. As an ineligible man downfield for Glasgow, so yet another big play chalked off for the Tigers. That score won't count. So they're making gains here. They're finding gaps in the Wolves' defence, but then they're just shooting themselves in the foot by making those kind of errors.
5-yard penalty against the Glasgow Tigers. Brings about 1st and 15.
Again, a silly error there again. Prevents them from getting big yardage and then into the end zone as well.
But slightly nervous for the defensive guys and defensive coordinator that plays that could happen. So they need to clamp down on that. Get more pressure up front. McCusker seems to have so much time to throw. And just as I say that, there you go, Richard Anderson with the sack.
It's always the commentator's curse.
Wow, I'd make a great coach.
Richard Anderson in the backfield there making the sack.
So that's Richard Anderson with the big play there and the sack that takes Glasgow back to the 36-yard line. So that's now 2nd down and 24 by the looks of it. So 2nd down and plenty, as I said earlier on. Tigers still showing promise of making big plays, so it's by no means a desperate situation for them at all. There's still that threat there, the deep pass. And as long as they can keep getting time from McCusker in the pocket, he's got the experience to find his guys downfield.
He's certainly changed the game up since he's came in at quarterback in I think it was the end of the 1st quarter, start of the 2nd. He's really done extremely well and he's led his team well. He's got a lot of experience.
And now he's throws to the air again, incomplete just behind the receiver there.
Looks like it may have been picked off by Rogers again.
Well, another pick there in a bizarre turn of events. He's just put his hands right underneath that before it hit the ground. We just scooped it up. The receiver looked like he didn't even realise the ball was coming. So there you go, another turnover. The Wolves get their 2nd interception through Mike Roger, and they get the ball back. So they wipe out that promising drive, which included a touchdown for the Tigers. They got wiped off with penalties. They got pushed back with penalties, and now they've lost the ball through a turnover. So the offensive coach, he's getting something a little more animated on the sideline over there, trying to figure out what's going on and get his guys to calm down and to stop committing so many penalties.
once again, it was a huge play by Rodgers again, because the Tigers are getting the momentum now. They're really looking like the better side at the moment.
And now the Wolves return on the ground. A sweep from Galloway, but that one's stamped out immediately by a Tigers D, so no chance of any gain there.
Run by Stuart Galloway with a loss of 2 yards, 2nd and 12.
So that's going to come up actually a loss of 2 yards there, so 2nd down and 12.
There is certainly a lot more running from the Wolves at the moment. It looks like the Wolves offence are scared to throw it and get this interception that will bring the ball back up for the Tigers. Again, as I say, they pass the ball.
Low snap there, but caught by Harrison on the right side, and he goes past the first down marker. So nice recovery by Morrison, picks up that low snap and then fires it out to the right side, picks up the first down.
You wouldn't think I was an offensive coordinator and a head coach. No confidence in the team, and they go past it and get the first down.
Well, like you said, commentators curse.
Stuart Harrison with a 13-yard reception gets the first down for the Edinburgh Wolves.
So first down here at the 35-yard line, so still inside their own half. Morrison drops, throw again, throws right, but in and out of the hands of Alonso. So
pass to the right hand side.
So that's incomplete, could bring up 2nd down.
Brings about 2nd and 10.
Still no sign of urgency or getting overexcited by either team. They're both very calm, very focused. They must have played each other numerous times over the years, so many times. So they'll be quite used to each other. A lot of players will recognise others in the teams. So no one's panicking just yet, but I'm sure they must realise it's a close game, and it is still close, just 2 scores in it.
It certainly has been a lot closer than the 2 scores since the beginning of the 2nd quarter. Anyway, the Edinburgh Wolves got a good lead built up in the first.
And it's now a reverse to Galloway, who's now breaks up and gets the first down. Nice little play. Steve Wilson, running back, takes the pitch initially and then throws it back to Galloway.
Looks like they're marking it short again, just by about half a yard, but really that looked like it was over the line.
You're absolutely right there. You certainly looked like you just walked out past the first down marker, but nevertheless we'll take it back a yard. So 3rd down and 1 still.
3rd inches.
In fact, they just edged it a little bit closer. Call it 3rd down in inches now.
It certainly did again. I mean, the last couple that we've debated has been looked like the hands have been over, but the feet have been short. But that one certainly looked like it was past the line again.
Nevertheless, it's 3rd down, and this time the ball does go to Wilson, who cuts it back through the middle, picks up 5 yards and a new set of downs as well.
Wilson with the run down the middle, gains enough yards to get the first down. The ball on the Glasgow Tigers 39-yard line and brings about a new set of downs.
So remember to keep all your updates coming in here to Gridiron TV through Twitter at Gridiron_TV or through Facebook. So find our page, like it, and follow what we're doing on there. So first down on the 40-yard line. Pass by Morrison, incomplete, looking for, it was either Tanner or Harrison. Both of them ended up in the same spot there, so probably a bit of confusion there possibly.
The right hand side is incomplete.
Another score update for you, and it's the Swindon Storm who've scored. They miss out on their PAT though, so the Gloucester still leading 20 points to 9 over Swindon in that game. And in fact, that's a full-time score. The whistle has just gone there, so full-time Gloucester 20, Swindon 9. So well done to Centurions there. And it's currently 48 points to 16 for Colchester as they lead over the Bedfordshire Blue Raiders. So second down now, and Morrison tries to keep it himself, but he's tackled as he tries to bounce outside for no gain.
Jamie Morrison on the keeper there, gets stopped 1 yard behind the line of scrimmage. Third down on the 11.
So third down coming up for the Wolves.
You think looking at the yardage here that they would be going to the air, third down on 11. Jamie Morrison with a good arm again.
Here comes the blitz from the Tigers, throws over the top of it. No, now Wilson beats two guys, now trying to break to the outside, hands off to a third, and it's a foot race to the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown Wolves, a nice play. Morrison picking up the blitz there that was perfectly timed by Tigers, just drops it over the top of his head to the running back Wilson, who then makes several moves and gets into the end zone. So that's a big momentum changer there. Tigers have had a lot of the swing of things recently, had a couple of big drives, but that's going to hurt. A really good play on offense, and it's just going to hurt the defense a lot.
It certainly does. I mean, the Edinburgh Wolves haven't looked like scoring since the end of the first quarter, and they've moved the ball well there. It kind of stalled at the end of that drive, but when you get a swing pass out to the left hand side, a swing pass shouldn't go for 40-yard yards to a touchdown. But there's some nice blocking up front and some nice moves by Wilson. It gives the Wolves not a comfortable lead, but a better lead than they had, and it takes the momentum away from the Tigers.
Well, they're back on the scoreboard now, looking to go for two throws inside, incomplete, so that just takes it to 26 points to 8. So finally we get some scoring here in the second half, and it's the Wolves that go on first.
Tigers here will be looking to get something right back from this one. If they can get back straight from this kickoff, then great. But I think we'll find that McCusker will go back to the air and try and move this ball quickly up the field. We're still in the third quarter, but with an 18-point deficit, they'll be looking to move the ball upfield very, very quickly.
So 26 points to 8, and an opportunity for the Wolves to regain control of this game and try and take it away from the Tigers. But from what we've seen so far, it's not likely to happen, and the Tigers will still have plenty of fight in them. We've still got a lot of football ahead of us.
The score certainly doesn't match the game. It's a lot closer to a 3-score game at this moment in time.
So good return up through the middle there. It's going to take us out to just shy of the 30-yard line, where the Tigers will take over again.
Glasgow Tigers returning the ball to the 34-yard line. So they'll start with first and 10.
So another score update coming through, and it's the DC Presidents that are leading the Clyde Valley Blackhawks 17 points to 0 now. So they've had a couple of scores in the second half, and they're now leading 17-0. Glasgow looking to pass and throws right and completes. Picks up a couple of yards there.
Glasgow with a pass out to the right hand side, gains of about.
And that's McNaughton there with another short reception.
Sorry, a gain of 3 yards there, brings about 2nd and 7.
McCusker dropping back in, looking to throw left, caught in traffic. A nice catch there and a big hit to finish off, and a flag coming in at the end there as well. So very tight window to throw into there. He completes, picks up a couple of yards there.
It's going to be interesting to see what the call is here.
So that's going to go against the Wolves there for that tackle. Let's know what you think. It looked like it was a big hit, but it looked like a fairly clean hit. I may have just called it high. But so another big penalty, another 15-yarder that's going to take the Tigers.
Tigers now into the Edinburgh Wolves half. On the 33-yard line.
So that takes the ball to the 30-yard line. Excuse me, that's now the 33-yard line of play. So that's first down and 10 inside the Wolves half.
Edinburgh Wolves head coach Don Emerson's pacing the sidelines now. He wasn't happy with that call, and to be honest, I could really see why. It sounded like the whistle went as he hit him. So
nevertheless, they need to regroup, and McCusker hands the ball off inside. And Pyle's going to keep rumbling forward for around 3 or 4, and another flag. So apologies for the delays. We'll just wait to see what this one comes up as.
Glasgow Tigers with about a 3-yard gain, but there is a flag on the line of scrimmage.
So another update is the Warriors from London extend their lead from the Welsh Warriors. They're now 56-0 ahead. And going into the fourth quarter, it's still 7-3 to Sussex. So they're another tight game there against the Saxons, just less than a score in it. So going to be an exciting finish in that game. And it's now 48 points to 16 for Colchester following a safety. So they just sneak ahead. They're heading towards their half century. So that last penalty went against Glasgow for assisting the runner. So it's going to put them back 5 yards. Still be first down. This time the handoff goes out left to McCoy again. Still fighting, breaking through tackles. And down to the 14-yard line. And guess what, Calum? We've got another flag on the play.
There's another flag, exactly, yeah. Back on the line of scrimmage again.
And there's another one come out at the end there. Not sure what that was for. So
that one looked like it was thrown towards the sideline, that second flag. So I don't know if someone said something on the sideline there, but we will wait to see what the officials call.
Still, it's not really descended into a scrappy game here. There's not a lot of aggression. There's no players fighting or anything, but nonetheless, it has certainly slowed down a lot of errors creeping in, as well as things like the personal foul calls and the late hit calls that have happened earlier on in the game. And whatever this one is, we'll just find out in a second. Just use this moment to let you know that DC Presidents are now extended their lead to 24-0 against Clyde Valley, so they've scored again. Just say hello to Scott Moore, who's watching, so I hope you're enjoying the game. And it's the Kent Exiles that get another score, and it's 34 points to 20. They're leading over Watford, so the score's changed there a couple of times, but they're now looking like they're going to pull away. And so here we're going to get one penalty against the Wolves for a face mask. And we also have an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Glasgow. So 1 penalty against each team there.
So it was a face mask penalty against the Edinburgh Wolves, but a dead ball personal foul against the Tigers. Looks like it's going to be a repeat of the first down.
We just see the Wolves making some substitutions there. Number 20, Sean Breen, going in. We know his dad Paul's watching, so let's try and make a play just now, Sean, huh? I'm sure it'll be fine. It's now first down for the Tigers. As a result of all of that, on the 23-yard line, we keep the ball. McCusker takes the snap, dropping back, throwing over the middle, short. So brings up second down and 10 here.
Looks like we managed to get through a play without a flag being thrown there as well.
Incomplete pass to the left hand side. Still second down and 10.
So still here in third quarter. In Edinburgh, you're watching live coverage from the Wolves versus the Tigers. If you've just joined us, welcome. Where were you earlier today? We do forgive you. But we've still got a lot of football ahead of us. It's currently 26 points to 8 for the Wolves. But the Tigers are driving. They're deep into Wolves territory, just outside the red zone right now. Second down at 10, and McCusker is the quarterback. Takes the snap. Now he throws into the end zone. He's got a man open in the end zone and caught for a touchdown. That's number 34, Scott McIntosh, with a reception there.
McCusker with a deep pass to McIntosh in the end zone. Glasgow Tigers throw another score back to 26-16.
So we were just talking about earlier about how Tigers are still showing a lot of promise for these big plays, and they've been sort of shooting themselves in the foot a lot, but they convert there, and that shows that they've still got a lot of danger there. So it's now 26 points to 14 now, pending the extra point or 2 point.
And certainly they look like when they go to the air, they are stronger, and they've done that all the way on this drive, and they got themselves into the end zone. A big pass there, and they're looking good in the air. They just need to get the ball back.
Yeah, and they go for 2 points here. Handoff is kept by McCusker, who goes into the end zone, and that's 2 points on top of that. So that'll take it to 26 points to 16. So again, brings it back to within 2 scores here. So this game is certainly far from over. And that marks the end of the third quarter. So as we move into the fourth quarter, we've got a scoreline of 26 points to 16. So really sets us up for a great finish here in Edinburgh.
Glasgow Tigers 16.
A 10-point ball game going into the final quarter. Sorry, we thought it was going to be close, and it's certainly panning out this way. Again, penalties that are killing both teams at the moment. If there wasn't a lot of penalties, I'm sure it would be much closer as well.
Yeah, it's those penalties that are testing the teams right now, making sure who's got the stronger resolve to get through this. So here we go with the kickoff. Kick down, right side, fumbled, but picked up by Moore, who cuts down the sideline. Taken to the 39-yard line, so good return there from the Wolves. Got a couple of full-time scores for you here as well. It's full-time between Birmingham and Yorkshire, and it's 26 points to 7 in favour of the Rams, so they beat the Bulls there. And that score from the Warriors game was 56-0, and that is now the full-time score. So London Warriors notch up another win there. Make sure you send us more of your nominations for the Gridiron TV MVP. Who do you think has stood out for each team here? I hear a little bit of discussion with the referees. I'm just going to. Oh. And so a false start there, someone stepping over the line too soon there is going to give an extra 5 yards to the Wolves there.
5-yard penalty added on to the end of the run.
So that's just at about halfway now, so half a field to work with here as we start the fourth quarter. It's Morrison that hands the ball off inside, stuffed and going nowhere, so great cover, great pressure from the defensive line there.
Wilson stopped on the line of scrimmage there. It's going to be 2nd and 10 on the 44-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10 here for the Wolves.
I'm always keen, I thought I'd over harass him. I think he's got a new tire on with the sharp.
Morrison takes a snap, throws left, intended for Harrison. Good defense there.
Pass out to the right-hand side is incomplete.
Number 18, Dave McAnally there, jumping in front of the route. So Morrison takes a snap here, now throwing left to Tanner, who completes for a gain of about 5 there.
Pass out to the left-hand side to Duncan Tanner. 4th down.
So that's going to bring up 4th down and around about 4 yards to go.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
Tigers with 1 man in the backfield to return. Low snap, but Morrison picks it up and kick is away, heading towards the end zone. And the Wolves get the bounce, takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Morrison with a big punt there down to the 10-yard line.
So we're now joined once again in the Gridiron TV commentary booth by Matthew Davis. So welcome to the show.
Thank you very much indeed.
So what have you made of the game so far? It's been a very back and forth, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. I was going to say that it looked like as the second half progressed, it looked like the Wolves were up against it and they were kind of back to the rope stuff, and then they tore off a big score there that sort of changed the complexion of the game. But yeah, it's been an interesting one. I think the Tigers' offense need to do a bit of a better job of protecting their quarterback there. He's kind of struggling to get the passes off in time, and as a result, sort of thrown off the back foot sometimes, which has cost them in a couple of ints. But yeah, there's some good football going on from both sides.
Absolutely, we've noticed a lot of mistakes, and there's actually another flag down on the play there again. So
seems to be the story of the game.
It really does, especially the second half here. So both teams showing a lot of promise on offense, but it's kind of stalling a little bit now. We saw the Tigers, as you mentioned, that pressure that the Wolves are finally able to get up front, making McCluskey throw off the back foot. It resulted in interceptions and also just turnovers through incompletion. So
most definitely, yeah. The one thing I must say that's been surprising is the tackling, particularly from the linebackers on both sides, has been a little bit poor. I mean, the long Wolves touchdown that we just witnessed a few minutes ago was as a result of several missed tackles. You know, good running, no doubt, but there was some missed tackles there that should have, you know, stopped as a 10-yard gain. Instead, it goes all the way to the house. So they'll both be looking to tighten up in the fourth quarter now. I mean, the game's still in the balance effectively, but yeah, it's those sorts of mistakes that will cost you.
It is. It's those kind of mistakes that can affect you mentally this time in the game, and it's the guys that are the veterans on the team that need to step up and look after the younger guys and make sure they don't lose it this far into the game. Especially, it's 10 points in it, so it's really not a lot given how back and forth this game has been. It can change at any moment, and we've seen in games between these two teams in the past that everything can change in the fourth quarter.
Most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. There's plenty of veterans on both sides, as you say there. And
first down on the 35-yard line.
So ball here is on 35 yards for the Wolves. They have first down and 10.
Outside zone left, tackled for a loss of about 4 yards there. Just pressure all over at the Tigers running their 3-5 defence, and they've got the spur man on the far side sitting right up on the line ready to go. So that's the kind of situation where you've got to be thinking of checking out that play because you're running straight into trouble. There's no one there to block him.
Yeah. Absolutely, that's resulted in a 3-yard loss there.
It's a beautiful day here today.
It really is. Sun's still shining, sky's still almost clear. The wind has died down actually, so favours the Wolves. It was going to be blowing against them, but it's just gone away now, so that gives them a chance to throw, and Morrison does throw. Going left side, intended for Alonso, but defensive back is all over that. Falls incomplete.
For Alonso, it was batted down by the Glasgow Tigers. It'll play about 3rd and 13.
So 3rd down and 13 now for the Wolves, trying to find some momentum to get back down the field. They've had little sort of spurts of momentum when they've had big plays or a nice series of plays put together. Likewise with the Tigers, but both teams going sort of in and out of fashion really, each sharing the momentum in this game.
Most definitely. I tell you, Coach Don Edmondson looking very dapper in the shirt and tie on the sideline today.
Yeah, it's a different look. It's certainly, looking very smart.
Spicing up a little bit there. See, they've all got their new jackets on, the chinos look. I like it. It's a crisp look. Unlike the Tigers, you can hardly tell who the coaches are over there, apart from Charlie Brown with his unusual hobo look. Another flag on the play here. That was right on the snap of the ball. So
looking like a false start here. Yep. So it pushes Edinburgh back another 5 yards.
False start. Pushing back another 5 yards.
Well, if they need a big play at any stage in the game, that's right now. Fourth quarter, 10 points ahead. 3rd and 18. They'll be coming off pretty much the halfway line here. It's they'll be looking to convert here, otherwise the Tigers are going to have plenty of time to drive the ball down the field.
Yeah, it's a real confidence shift here. If they can't convert this one, you need to make sure that they can still drive the ball and keep control of this game and try and run down the clock as much as they can.
Yeah, that's it. At this stage, I guess there's a lot about controlling the ball, controlling the clock as much as there is about getting these plays converted, making sure that if they do turn the ball over, they don't leave the Tigers with long enough to really do an awful lot with it, because it's still a 2-score game. So
Morrison takes snap,
pump fake, goes deep down left-hand side,
and
it's about 5 yards in front of his receiver there, unfortunately.
Overthrew, so that's going to turn it over.
Punt.
We'll throw you a little score update here, and it's now 31 points to 0 for DC. So they are running away with things against Clyde Valley at home there.
Yeah, 3-0 at the half, I believe that one was. So it's they fairly tightened the screw in the second half.
The kick-off on the 29th of June against the Dundee Hurricanes.
It's the Farnham Knights that are leading 14 points to 8 against Bournemouth.
Oh, a bit of pressure on the punter there, but he gets the ball off.
That's a better punt by Morrison there.
Down inside
and he
the
gets
20.
The robe is picked up.
Oh, a nice attempt there. He'll go out of bounds about the Tigers' 18-yard. Will take over the ball, but he looked like he was going to leave that in a little burst of pace and tries to sneak one in the sideline.
So the Tigers will take over at their own 18-yard line.
It's about time to see what big Matty McSkills can do. He's played this game for a lot of years, and he's certainly been in plenty of situations like this in the past. So time to rally the troops and get the ball moving.
This is the time we need a leader to just take control, just drive him down the field.
Certainly is. He's and if there's anybody that can do that on the Tigers, it's no doubt Matty. I played alongside him my first year. Actually, I played uni ball when he was the quarterback, and I was a rookie offensive lineman. So any injuries he's carrying these days will probably be as a result of my horrific blocking in those days.
Well, you have a national audience now, so you can apologise for it.
Yes, take this opportunity to apologise to his family. Here we go.
So first down for the Tigers.
It's a double tight end set they're coming out of. Double tight end pistol. Matty's looking right. Pops the ball out, reeled in one-handed. Nice job.
Nice catch there over the top of the D-back.
It's about 18 yards there.
Jardine again on the pickup.
Before the Edinburgh Wolves' next home game, you've got an event
So that takes them
up
to the 36-yard line here. Nice pick up and chance for them to build this momentum again. Still got plenty of field to go though.
Same formation again, double tight end, quarterbacks in pistol. Same thing, they're looking for the pass now. It's pretty good protection.
Lots of time.
Goes left, plenty of time. Ronald Gaffin wide open. That's another first down. There you go, picks up another 20 yards on that one.
We said this earlier on, but the Wolves really need to get more pressure up front. They cannot have that much time to throw because he's going to find someone open all the time if he's got 6 seconds to throw.
Yeah, definitely. It was good protection. The running back stayed in there for these routes, and he's done a good job picking up the rush there. But that's Pebbles there making the grab. He's been around for a few years himself, played about 15 years of uni ball, and he's still in 3rd year at uni, so he's got a few more years ahead of him. I played alongside him as well back in the day. Same formation again, double tight, pistol. Great, that's great protection up front. Oh, it's a handoff. That was
nice fake there.
It was nice, yeah.
Wolves blitzed through the middle there. Tigers picked it up well.
Looks like he's picked up 4 or 5 there.
2nd and 6.
So not long left to go in this game. It's still 26 points to 16 in the favour of the Wolves after their early scores.
Tigers on the Wolves 30-yard line here. Still plenty of time on the clock. There we go.
Short snap, short throw.
I think there's a bit of miscommunication. There was a
flag down again, so it's been a while since we had a flag, but we've got one down now at the line of scrimmage.
4 plays, which will be a new record for this game since we've seen a flag.
So full time for the Colchester Gladiators, who win 48 points to 16 against Bedfordshire.
It's a tough one for Bedfordshire. I know that's a bit of a rivalry game for them down there. I know Anthony Fitzpatrick's the offensive line coach at Great Britain, and he's the OC down there, and they'll be feeling that one, no doubt. But Matt Roberts, of course, will be cheesing ear to ear after the score, so fair play to them.
So that penalty went against Glasgow, so we've got 2nd down and 15 to go. Tigers still looking relaxed, still looking quite casual.
2 slot backs in that formation. It's a strange one. Deep down the middle.
Deep down the middle.
Overthrows them by about 5 yards.
So still looking to go deep.
I guess the advantage they have, of course, now is that they're not burning the clock out if they're incompleting passes now. They need 15 yards for another first down here, but at the same time they need to make sure they don't run out too much of the clock and cause themselves troubles later on if they get the ball back.
So another update, we've got the Farnham Knights now leading 20 points to 8 against Bournemouth, so they're extending their lead. Remember, as full-time approaches, keep your scores coming into @Gridiron_TV on Twitter. or just drop them as a message on Facebook. So 3rd down and long here.
Here we go, sets back to pass, plenty of time, looking
Lots
left.
of time here.
Oh, he's running out with it. Ooh. Picks up about 4 yards. It's going to leave them a 4th and 10, so a bit of a tough situation now. They're about 35 yards from the end zone, 4th and 10, but at the same time, can they afford to turn the ball back over at the Wolves and let them run the clock out?
So this is it. What do? Do you go for another deep pass, try and aim towards the end zone, or you just want to pick up the 1st down?
It's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, when Matt McCusker had a bit of time there before at the start of this drive, he was picking up some nice yards underneath with some shorter routes, and that seemed to be quite an effective ploy. So I'm not sure why they have moved away from that. Looks like they're going for it though.
Yep, still got confidence here, so they're still going for it. It's 4th down and 9 on the Wolves 33-yard line.
Showing blitz from the middle backer, he's coming. A lot of pressure. Drops back.
Left.
Oh, out of bounds. Incomplete.
Incomplete, and another turnover on downs, so cannot connect with his receiver.
Yeah, pass intended to number 28, Ronald Gaffin again there, who picked up some yards earlier on the drive, and they turned the ball over, so the Wolves will pick it up on their own 32-yard line, 33-yard line, and they've just got to look at being secure here, getting some 1st downs, burning the clock out.
Yeah, that's good confidence boost there for the defensive coordinators there for Edinburgh, knowing that the guys can go through yet another stand. There's a lot more pressure on them that time, especially given the time left in the game, but they didn't panic. They gave up a few yards, but ultimately they got the ball back for the offense.
They did, yeah. They were a bit sloppy at the start of the drive, giving up some stuff, but they tightened up a lot and started to bring a little bit more effective pressure up front, and it seems to have paid dividends. Oh, fake the scene up. They faked the speed, the jet sweep left and went for the inside zone right, and it was just eaten up deep in the backfield.
Nothing there. That's going to go into the backfield.
4 yards.
So 2nd down. They've got about 14 yards to go here. So
29-yard line.
So who's really stood out for you as individual players for you, Matthew?
I think for the last couple of seasons, the Wolves have lent pretty heavily on Stuart Galloway, and I think he's kind of, when he's running the jet sweep stuff, he's reticent to turn the corner and get inside, but he is an effective player because his speed makes him so dangerous. Young quarterback, but he's doing a good job as well. So yeah. Oh, and Duncan Tanner as well has a pretty decent game. He picked it. Was it Tanner that scored the 1st touchdown?
He scored the first 2 touchdowns, in fact, so very similar fashions, wide open.
I don't know if you heard much from the Tigers sideline, but I was chatting to some of the boys over there, and they were saying that they've been having some problems with attendance at practice for some of their guys, and as a result they decided that rather than picking their usual starters for this game, they were going to start off with the guys who'd made it to practice, which, you know, it's, anybody who's been involved with running or coaching a team knows there's a big challenge around that. Do we want to go with those guys, or do we want to go with the guys that are potentially going to give us a better chance to win? But ultimately, if you're trying to change a culture in your team and get people to practice and get people to commit more to it, then that's the best way to do it. So I guess it's kind of tough love for them, and it cost them early because they went a few scores behind.
Yeah. So this time they're going to pass again.
Ooh, ball over the head of Tanner. This is an interesting one now because they've basically in this drive lost 4 yards, and they're going to punt, and they've had 3 incomplete passes, which has burned very little time off the clock. Yeah. So if they're punting from here, you can expect that the Tigers will be looking to get the ball up as close to halfway as they can, which gives them plenty of time to get the ball moving. So
it is. They've had a few very short punts here today, so potentially could be giving up really bad field position unless they can sort this now and Morrison get a good line drive kick.
Here we go, here comes the rush. Steps up, gets a punch, quite low, but that's got some decent distance on it, but plenty of time. Oh,
he's bobbled it. Oh. Picks it up now, trying to break.
Rolls it outside right. He's not going to go find any space over there. That's the Tigers returner now. Oh, that was messy. If he'd turned that over, that could have been the game there, but he managed to do a good job of picking up again. They'll turn over the ball on about their own 33-yard line, so
yeah. So
this one's not over yet.
No, it absolutely isn't. So we'd love to hear what your thoughts are at home. who you think is going to win this. Are the Tigers going to make a comeback, or can the Wolves hang on? Message us info@gridirontv.co.uk, or if you wanted to start a discussion, just put it on Facebook. Go on to Gridiron TV, post up your predictions, and then everyone can see where you are. We'll also be shortly announcing our Gridiron TV MVP for today, so not much longer for you to send in your nominations for who you think deserves that award. So first down and 10 here for Glasgow. Ball spotted at the 32-yard line.
There we go. McCusker's got some space. Oh, he's trying to sneak it through there, but he'll be tackled for a loss of a few. The pass protection looked decent, but there was just nothing open downfield. Oh, bit of language coming from the sideline there.
Well, a bit of uproar there, someone not happy with the tackle.
That'll be a loss of about 3 yards.
Yeah, so that'll go down as a sack officially. Loss of a few.
Loss of 2 yards.
So again, probably one of the more important things that Wolves need to do just now, if they want to hold on to this, is make sure they keep that pressure on up front to stop McCusker from getting away those long passes.
Yeah, they haven't had a designed run play for the last couple of series. They've been just trying to carve the Wolves defence up with a passing game, but there's been good pressure on him there. And when he tried to, when it looked like the pocket was folding around him, he had the opportunity to sneak out through the middle in a kind of scramble. He was eaten up short, so that's a good job up front from the Wolves. And let's be honest, the Wolves defence hasn't exactly been the kind of shining beacon of their team so far this year, so it's good to see that in a big rivalry game like this, those guys are looking well drilled and they're getting the job done.
So it drops back to throw this time. He gets the ball away to the right side, but incomplete.
Ball's about 3-4 yards in front of the receiver.
Just needs to be a little bit more patient with him there.
Yeah, it was just struggling to get anything going now, the Tigers, and Wolves are just doing what they need to do to keep on top of it.
Yep. Well, another full-time score for you here is the Manchester Titans winning 38 points to 12 against Staffordshire, so congratulations to them. And we're almost at full-time, or surely at full-time for a number of games, so we'll bring you those score updates as it stands. We've not got long in this game.
Here we go, double tight end again, pistol formation. There we go, he got that out.
He's going to throw it underneath.
That's it, he had the safety valve there, and that running back's coming out the backfield. Looks like he's probably got the first down as well.
A nice block there for the receiver, came back and just chipped the defensive back, gave him the edge he needed to get around there. So,
yeah, that's it. Probably be moving the chains here, which is a bit of a saving grace because that drive looked like it was going absolutely nowhere. But
yep.
Good job, a little check release from the running back out of the backfield, wide open, and had enough room to run.
So first down here for the Tigers, just short of halfway. Handoff goes right, but it's immediately eaten up.
Oh.
That's John Young, defensive tackle there. Snuffing that one out.
Stopped in the backfield by John Young.
They look like a lot of heavy legs out there just now, just to see the way the players are moving around. I think the heat certainly saps out of you in a
it does. It's hard to judge here because we're in the shade in the stands, but it's certainly a warm day out there.
No doubt. I was over on the other sideline watching the game before I came over here, and it's scorching hot when you're in direct sunlight. So yeah, I hope some of those guys have got their sunscreen on, especially the gingers out there. It's a pain I know too well.
So second down and 12 for the Tigers now.
Motion,
quick
inside handoff.
Inside.
Oh, that's eaten up. That's great job by the Wolves defence.
That's nice. We've seen that play once or twice already today, and it was immediately jumped on before. So it's never really worked so far today.
Slow motion across there from the slot back, and inside handoff just get eaten up. Three or four defenders on him. So it's a nice job, Wolves.
We're going to lose another couple of yards. This is now around about 3rd and 15 here.
On the 38-yard line.
So another score update for you is now 14 points to 3 for the Thunder late in the 4th quarter, so they extend their lead with another touchdown.
5 minutes to go in this game as well, we've just been informed, so time is most certainly the essence. This is another key 3rd down here for the Tigers. A lot of pressure coming. McCusker drops back and he's eaten up, absolutely eaten up. Ball stripped.
The ball comes loose at the end there, but I think it was blown
dead
just
before but
that. So
yeah.
Momentum stopped, but another sack there. So he's just taken too long in the pocket. He's trying to go for that big 60-yard bomb and just running out of time.
It's true, and like I say before, they were having a lot of success just carving the Wolves up underneath, but they seem to have moved away from that, looking for that deep pass, and they just aren't getting guys open. And when we're talking about heavy legs, you know, when you're expected to be coming out running deep route time after time after time in the sun, and they've barely run the ball in the second half, it takes it out of you, you know.
It does. Yeah, it really does. It's just a sprint after sprint after sprint, and at some point you're going to have to start slowing down, and if the quarterback's going to wait longer for you, that's what results in the sacks.
Definitely, and when the guys playing the defensive back positions know that you're looking for that deep ball, and they can play a little bit further off the ball, and as a result it means they're not covering the same amount of ground, so you know they're a little bit fresher than the receivers, and they can cover them a little bit tighter, and that's why Matt McCusker is struggling to get anything open downfield, and why he's given up a few sacks this drive.
So we've got 4th down and goodness me, so there's the punting team.
Yeah, it's a pretty wise decision. We're looking at about 20, 24, 25 yards maybe.
Wolves come out with 2 returners as well, so they'll definitely be looking for a big return on this.
Big pause, and then a great boot into the corner. That's out the back of the end zone. He was looking, I think, to just drop that in the corner.
Glasgow Tigers goes through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Edinburgh
Wolves didn't pressure him, so he had the time to just sit back and try and plan that one, but a little bit too much. So now the Wolves take over on their own 20-yard line here with probably around about 4 minutes to go in this game. It's still 26 points to 16 for the Wolves. They're leading.
Saturday game here at Meadowbank.
So if you're Don Edmondson and Andy McKeever right now, you're on your own 20-yard line, 10 points ahead, less than 5 minutes to go, what's your approach?
I think what they need to do is to just kind of keep going with what they did earlier on in terms of just controlling possession, finding the gaps and just working the gaps, not being too adventurous.
And just right on cue, they start the series by giving up a sack and a loss of 2 or 3 yards.
Bad start there, but they just need to not panic. Okay, they don't need to start throwing big bombs and throwing into triple coverage or anything like that. But at the same time, they can't be too conservative. They can't just run three times and then punt. They need the first downs, and they need to keep mixing up and just do what they've been doing at the start of the game when they were able to find gaps all over the Tigers defence.
Most definitely. I think the challenge you have as well when you run the sort of offense that the Wolves do is that the Tigers have still got that kind of old school hard-nosed mentality where they can just drill the ball down the middle and pick up 3-4 yards, you know, grind out the clock, whereas with the Wolves right now they're coming out of an empty backfield, for example, which means that you haven't got that power running game as an option. They fake the jet sweep left, QB keeper off the fake it right, QB off the left hand side. Tackled near the touchline for a gain of about 8 or 9 yards.
Nice gain there, keeping the ball himself, faking the jet sweep. So just got to keep mixing it up here.
Yeah, it was. It's an interesting one when you bring that many receivers in. It sort of limits the number of things you can do. But they did a good job of keeping the ball there and also managed to stay in bounds, which does them a favour of keeping the clock running. So
that is the 2-minute warning, ladies and gentlemen. So 2 minutes left in this game. Still 26 points to 16 for Edinburgh. Wolves have the ball and are driving. So make sure after this game finishes you keep up to date with all the final scores from around the league. We'll try and give you as many as we can before we go off air tonight. Here now, 3rd down. Morrison looking to throw over the middle.
Oh, that's nicely done. They fake the jet sweep right. Tanner's wide open over the middle, and he's picked up about Well, that must be 25 yards.
Yeah, nice play there, just sitting patiently in the pocket there. Didn't panic, just waited for the guy to come open. Drops over to Tanner, and he's up to halfway. So that's the big play that they need to just
settle the nerves a little bit, get them a first down, keep the chains moving, keep the clock running. Tanner's a load as well. When he's shifting with the ball, it's a bit of a mismatch for your defensive back. He's a big guy, and it's a great opportunity for them to pick up a few extra yards after the catch with a guy like him.
Yeah. So Wolves understandably taking the time getting up to the line. They are at halfway right now, so another half of a field to go. I'm sure they will want another score.
They're coming from an empty backfield again.
So
jet motion to the right there from Galloway. This time he gets it, finds the edge. He's got to follow that block. That's nice blocking. Good job.
back up.
Nice, easy first down as well. Picks up 15 yards. Oh, a flag.
We have 2 flags, 4 flags on the play. Any more? No, we'll stick with 4 flags. We had 1 right at the start of the play on the line of scrimmage, and then a couple in at the end there. So
just makes me wonder who's not throwing their flag. Why are they not joining in the fun? I count 5 refs and only 4 flags, and that's. Or is it only 4 refs?
Do you get a flag for not throwing a flag? Is that in the rule book?
If it was up to me, you would. Yeah, no, it's a 5-man crew and there's only 4 flags. Disappointing.
Well, it's progress.
That was a nice run though. Stuart Galloway did a good job following his blocks, and the receivers set them up pretty nicely. And yeah, there was nobody setting the edge there for the Tigers, and that's what happens.
That's good, and that's what they need actually. Need their outside the receivers to stay on their blocks and give them an opportunity to get to second level.
Most definitely. As an offensive lineman myself, I love seeing receivers who can get their hands dirty and do some real work instead of just mincing about running routes. It's a nice job there. Is that holding?
So 1 penalty declined.
It's two penalties against the Wolves.
It was actually all 3. We started off with a false start, so the play will come back from the original line of scrimmage to go back 5 yards and be replayed. There's also a personal foul at the end of the play, whether something was said or not entirely sure what happened, but that's going to take them back an extra 15, so that's a 20-yard penalty.
That's costly, you know, you're starting with a 15-yard gain, finishing with a 20-yard penalty. It's
really not what they need.
Not at all.
It really negates most of that good pass that they had earlier on to get the new set downs.
It's frustrating stuff for the offense when it was starting to look like it was generating some momentum, but they've shown they can do it at the same time, and I don't think any of those I don't think any of the things that they were penalised for there were really the reason that play was a success. So, you know, it just shows they can move the ball when they need to. They need to get that mentality back, put that play behind them and get on with it.
So they're now down to their own 24-yard line, and still first down. So
here we go.
So it's around about 1st and 35 by the looks of it.
On about their own 24-yard line. Empty backfield again. I expect to see motion here. Motion, fake the jet sweep, and he runs right up the middle into trouble.
It's good tough running actually. Makes a coach nervous when the quarterback goes in.
Certainly that does, especially when he's got 3 guys coming down on top of him like that. But he picks up probably about 7 or 8 yards.
And we can see the Tigers really following that motion, expecting that jet sweep we've seen so many times. So I'm not going to give it any chance to try and get room outside.
Yeah, they do. It's an interesting one. They don't seem to have anything that's a sort of immediate check. I know I've spoken to a lot of coaches about how would you stop the jet sweep, because we had a lot of problems with it. Obviously, you know, Stirling University up here are probably the best exponents in Scotland of the jet sweep, and defensive coordinators up here running things like a 3-4 will say if you see that motion coming across, it changes to an automatic blitz to the outside backer on the side that guy's coming to, and you know those things give you an opportunity to just shut that down with one player. And of course then you've got to think of yourself, what are we giving up by doing that? So They've turned this into a lead play going up the middle, but oh, tackled again. So they faked the jet sweep right, turned it into a lead play for the quarterback following him. They picked themselves up.
Gain of a couple there. That brings up 3rd down and long, so certainly expecting a pass. Although it cannot be, must be only a few seconds left in the game.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. And that's full time. So full time, the game is over here in Edinburgh. And the Wolves break their losing spell and come out 26 points to 16 winners against the Tigers.
I don't think, what were your thoughts before the game? And honestly, in a non-Wolves bias way, what did you think this game would come out as?
Well, we've seen the Wolves a couple of times already this season, very up and down, and I've said it before in previous broadcasts that if they can just relax and just get it right and just do what they are capable of doing, they can win. But in previous games, they've been very uptight, very quick to be negative. So when things are going wrong, they've never been able to recover. Yeah. So losing early scores, they've never been able to sort of fight back. Whereas now they got off to that great start where there was a couple of early touchdowns, and I think they were just able to realise that they were able to just play their game and hold on. So I knew it's always close games between Edinburgh and Glasgow.
Most definitely,
so it's a great rivalry there. So the Wolves will certainly be really happy with this result, but it kind of came out as I expected. I think very back and forwards, lots of turnovers. Disappointing that with so many flags and stoppages of the play, but obviously didn't affect them too much. They were still able to just get on with doing it.
Most definitely. I must admit, looking on at the way the league's gone so far, I was expecting the Tigers to come out and be pretty comfortable in the victory here, but just like you say, there was a lot of mistakes, and the Wolves got off to that early start, and the Tigers didn't have enough in the tank to get back into the game, which is obviously disappointing for them. But you know, as you've said, the Wolves have shown glimmers all the way through the season that they can, they can produce something special, and today it seemed to kind of come together for them. And so no doubt Coach Edmondson will be delighted with that, and I'll kind of use that as a springboard to hopefully drive the team on to a better second half of the season.
Definitely. Staying in the north, we have another full-time result for you. It's 31 points to 7 that the Presidents beat the Blackhawks, so another victory for them.
Yeah, the Presidents is interesting because the Blackhawks play a pretty physical brand of football, so I was expecting that one to be a little bit closer, but obviously at half-time it looked like it was going to go that way, and DC have just pushed a little bit further on, but they're definitely... They're not the finished article by any stretch of the imagination, as it showed last week with their quite heavy loss to the Gateshead Senators. But they're doing things right. They've got some good coaches there, and certainly paying off. I think they're still going to be there or thereabouts with the playoffs and with the top. Is it the top 2 teams out of each in the national division?
That's right.
So
yep.
They'll be looking to pick up one of those spots.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting season. But for this game here, Matthew, who really stood out for you as your MVP today?
I would say, from my point of view, I thought the Wolves quarterback had a cracking game.
Jim Morrison, he was very composed at times.
He was, absolutely, and I think what we talked about there was that they started off strongly, put up a few points, but as the game progressed, it looked like there was going to be quite a lot of pressure on them, and it looked like the Tigers were going to be in a position to mount a comeback, and that kind of puts the pressure on you. Defending a lead is probably more pressure than trying to come from behind. So I think he did a cracking job of that, and. Yeah, it was a good game from him, and hopefully something that he can continue to build from, as I said.
Absolutely, I would agree. Very composed at times. He made a big contribution himself on the ground, as well as those couple of scores early on, which were obviously the key to their success today, getting out in front early and holding on to that lead. So congratulations. He
got some hard yards inside the tackles as well, just when he needed to keep the clock moving at the end, so fair play to him.
Indeed, it's the kind of motivation that you often need if you're ever flagging to see your quarterback just go up and fight for that. So congratulations to Jamie Morrison, who's our Gridiron TV MVP for today.
And I think we're about to see some nonsense taking place just at the back of the huddle here.
Yep. Somebody getting a well-deserved cool down. Nice on a hot day.
Yeah, no doubt.
Maybe not in front of the whole country. Yeah, that looks like number 44. That's Chris Moore.
Yeah,
who
it's his last game for the Wolves today, I believe.
Yes, he's going to be departing, going
back to
China as well. So I'm sure they'll wish him well. He's been with the team for a good while now, a good couple of years now. I had a couple of returns here today and had a decent game. So
Spreading the gospel of football back to China, so good luck to him and safe travels. Nice way to finish as well, isn't it? Get the win against, obviously as an ex-Wolves player, would you say this was the kind of biggest rivalry game? It always seems to have quite a lot attached to it.
Yeah, I think so. It can get quite tough at times, but there's always a sort of healthy amount of respect between the two teams.
Absolutely, yeah.
It was always the most exciting games to play in as well, because you get these nervous finishes. I've been in games like this on the winning side and on the losing side as well. So, yeah, it's some games. So. That just about wraps it up here for us on Gridiron TV. So thank you very much to Calum Ferguson and also to Matthew Davis for joining me in the commentary booth. Thanks so much to Stuart Gilmartin working behind the scenes on the cameras. So thank you to all of you. So make sure you tune into our YouTube channel as well. So if you've not already subscribed, go to YouTube, search for Gridiron TV, click subscribe, and then you can find all our previous live games. You'll eventually find this one as well. So if you didn't see the whole game, you can go online and catch up. See all the other interviews and reports, studio shows, etc. So from myself, Alan Price, and the rest of the Gridiron TV team, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.